TheBoxingVoice.com is brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services. El Camino Electric has over 15 years of commercial experience with startup companies, work consisting of design build, clean room fabrications, lithography labs, test labs, special tools, and equipment installs. El Camino Electrical specializes in the install of EVC from the start of the project to the finish. El Camino Electrical Services is an established commercial electrical contractor with the ability and experience to carry out industrial and commercial work. Services include design build, electric vehicle supply equipment infrastructure, semiconductor fabrication clean rooms, special equipment and tools, startup companies, turnkey installation, electrical vehicle supply equipment infrastructure. So head over to elcaminoelectricalservices.com for all your electrical needs. Have you ever wanted to hear the host discuss a subject that wasn't on the agenda? Or worse, have you been denied the chance to introduce a topic because of the time restrictions of the show? Do you have an idea for a show? Something that is not being covered or talked about in today's boxing media, but is important to you? Would you like the opportunity to control the Boxing Voice conversation and have TBV's entertaining panel discuss your topic with their brand of diverse opinions and entertaining banter? Now, the Boxing Voice is giving you, the listener, the power, total control. With our new on-demand service, you can contribute to the conversation in a way that isn't being offered anywhere else. Finally, you can get the exact show you want with all the same unpredictability you've come to expect from our live radio show podcast. Simply fill out the form below, decide from our many options, and give us your concept. That's not all. TBV On Demand is giving you full control by allowing you to choose the date and time. Plus, for the first time in radio history, we will be giving you the opportunity to become part of the show by deciding how involved you want to be.
BoxingVoice.com.
Diaz Productions.
Let's get that done. I've been here before and I know what it takes. It's hard work, dedication. BoxingVoice.com. Mayweather is he's the best.
Win, lose, or draw, we coming to fight. Can't nobody take that away. We're coming to fight.
They do what they can, I do what I want.
When you look at how he throws that left hook, it starts out really low. We're going to see what kind of character he has.
Oh, and the lefts and rights by Maidana. And it's all Marcos Maidana here. A lot of those punches off his shoulder.
I think anybody out there listening or key, anybody, think that that's a dangerous deal to make. I think it's perfect.
BoxingVoice.com.
Can you be strong for 15 minutes? Can you? Listen, the concentration is leaving a little bit. Pick it up. Pick it up!
Some things about we got to deal with the body shots. I don't think you want to be that close to us. He's talking about letting the left hook go, then you take the left hook. Let's get that done.
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? Look, we're firemen. We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat.
BoxingVoice.com.
Let's get that done.
Danny, how much of the difference is it for you at this weight? Yeah, I'm working out. I lost like 35 everybody does great. Puerto Rico, Miguel BoxingVoice.com.
We're not going to do that. We're going to take this fight against Keith. We're going to get less than you, Keith, but we're going to get more the second time. So go ahead and make it 2 times.
BoxingVoice.com. My job is to focus on boxing and going out there being the best that I can be. All right, you men, please my instruction. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands. I want you to touch gloves now, man. You're boxing at the bell. Place to go. BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
Saturday, I think somebody's going to get stalked. We don't know who, but, I'm pretty confident in myself. And we're ready.
I must be the greatest.
Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. I feel like it's been so long. I've been missing you guys. I'm telling you, I've been missing you guys. I'm so ready for the show. I'm pumped up. I don't care that Andre Ward's been out the ring forever. I don't care. So much to talk about. Adrian Broner taking shots at Floyd. Pound for pound supporters. Definitely got to shout them out. Glove giveaways. Don't forget, Gennady Golovkin, Triple Jeezy, autograph signed glove. Definitely giving it away here on boxingvoice.com. That intro got me pumped up. I'm telling you, I'm ready to go. It's go time. You see, I'm alone too. Yeah, I'm out here by myself. Oh. As I said the words.
You want the title shot at the beat. He's not even ready. He wants the title shot at the beat.
You know I'm not going to leave you hanging, brother. What's up, everybody? The Beeb is here.
Ready, but like I was saying, got them glove giveaways. If you're checking us out on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. And I guess I got to keep reiterating that, we're on daylight saving times here on the East Coast. So the show may seem an hour back for you UK folks, but hopefully that opens up the phone lines. Remember to add me on Skype, Nesta Gibbs, if you want to call in, absolutely free. And you can use Skype for that. If you're going to call in on your landline because you're in some heavy traffic on the east or on the west, doesn't really matter at this point, right?
You can't hear me?
The number 646-478-3068. Remember to press 1 if you want to talk. If you're just listening, don't do nothing but listen. We're going to go back to the Beebster. Beeb, are you there?
You can't hear me?
Beeb?
You can't hear me? Let me see.
Yeah, I'm not hearing the Beeb. All right. Well, we're going to keep going.
Can you hear me now?
I want to give a quick shout out to some of these iTunes reviews, and the title is Best Boxing Podcast. It's coming from
Can you hear me?
These podcasters are not only knowledgeable, but passionate about everything boxing. Highly recommend for all boxing fans, from casual to experts. Always insightful, always entertaining. Cannot miss commentary after every fight. Well, thank you, John Justice. We got another one coming from, the title is Knowledge is Key.
Can you hear me?
And this one is from Hello Portobello in the U.S. And it's called, it goes off by the hosts know the sport, and they are open to be tested and questioned about their opinion. I have been listening for a month, and so far, I truly enjoy the conversations. Well, thank you, Hello Portobello. We are glad that you are, definitely tuning in. We hope that you become hooked, because that is the most important thing, obviously. Really quick, we're going to get on over to our pound for pound supporters for this week. Gabriel Duenes, shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for being a TBV's pound for pound supporter. Anthony Brandt, Christopher Bobby, he's been on this list for a very long time, and the guy's won a bunch of gloves too for being on this list. I think he just won like the Keith Thurman one, if I'm not mistaken. Neil White, also longtime supporter. Shout out to big pound for pound supporter Neil White. And Ralphie, my man, 12-vote master. Also, remember to, if you're going to be doing any shopping, you know what I mean, use our Amazon link, obviously. I mean, what's coming up now? We got April 1st, Easter Sunday. You got to buy them eggs, You got to buy your kids little Easter egg hunt things. Well, help us out by using our affiliate link over at ThaBoxingVoice.com/affiliate sponsors. Use our Amazon link to do your Amazon shopping. Costs you absolutely nothing, but you're supporting our show, which is fan driven. Remember, without you guys, we cannot stay on the air. Hashtag TBV podcast. If you want to get our attention, if you want to talk anything about this show tonight, use the hashtag TBV podcast so that we can mention it on the show to make it easier for one of the guys, maybe Mario, maybe Joe Habib, to get it off the timeline. Speaking of Mario, all the way in Corpus Christi, let's go to him.
It's me, Mario.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
Oh, okay. Looking like it is a Google Hangout issue. We're going to try and get to that in a moment. But really quick, remember that number 646-478-3068 to call in and press 1 if you want to talk to the host. So obviously, I'm going to go ahead and play what I think is the biggest news that we could be talking about outside of this, comeback fight for Andre Ward and Sullivan Barrera. But there is some pretty big things happening with Adrian Broner and obviously Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather being in the news multiple times and Adrian Broner as well. But I'll go ahead and play what I think is most interesting, and then we'll obviously have to get into some sad news that we have to report about Broner. But this, to me, has been this is a good shot right here that he took at Mayweather. But here you go.
Yo.
And before we play that, courtesy of Fight Hype, obviously. No. Actually, this is courtesy of Adrian Broner, his own YouTube channel.
Hey, I got some shit to say, man. Like, some shit that ain't been sitting well with me. Like, I've been seeing a lot of blogs. Motherfuckers been hitting me up talking about Floyd talking about me again. Not once, but this has happened on multiple occasions. Like, this goes back to what I say. Real niggas don't do this type of shit, bruh. If you my so-called big bro, we all, when we together side to side, we all big bro, little bro, I want to see you do this. I want to see you surpass me. I want to see you do all this good shit. And then when you do an interview, you talk bad about me. Like, how real is that? Like, what type of nigga is you? I don't give a fuck what you did, nigga. If it was real or not, nigga, no, if it happened or not, nigga. Anytime you was in them lawsuits, nigga, with your baby mama, or and they say you hitting her with three pieces, like you fighting Kodos. I don't get into that. I don't say he should have did this or he should have that. You know what I say? Fuck all that. My nigga ain't do that. Fuck all that. My nigga ain't do that. My nigga he counting some money somewhere. That's the type of shit I say. I don't say, hey, Floyd hurting himself. Come on, bro. You was the same nigga, like, what, 5 years ago, 5 years ago, burning money in the club. Come on, bro. You like 39, so you was 34 at the time. 34, 35 at the time, bro. You burning money in the club. But I ain't say nothing about that. Shit. You know what? That was motivation to me. That was motivation that one day I was going to have enough money to where I didn't give a fuck to throw up some change in Walmart. I didn't think that'd ruffle your feathers, my nigga. Come on, bro. Stop talking bad about me, bro. And what I don't get is, I'm just little old Adrian Broner, bro. A little street nigga from Cincinnati who made it. 4-time world champion in 4 different weight classes. But I have yet to make the type of money you have made, bro. We ain't in this, and we ain't in the same tax bracket. Why am I such a? I'm starting to feel like I'm a threat to you, big bro. Like I don't like that. Especially when you got my number. I just sent you to be honest, I just sent you a real sincere text that you ain't respond back to. But I'm starting to feel like you saying fuck me, so it gotta be fuck you. No homo, my nigga. Like, and that's what it is, bro. Cause that's how you treating it. When you start doing interviews and talking shit about me. Come on, bro. And then at the end of the interview, you say, you don't care for me as a boxer because I'm not signed to you, but as a black man, you want me to see. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. That's some bullshit, bro. If you my nigga like you say you is, nigga, you on my side whether I'm doing wrong or doing right, nigga. And you ain't gonna do it through no social media. You gonna call me and let me know. Just like a nigga that I fuck with, like Jay Prince, nigga, he gonna call me whether I'm wrong or right and let me know what's up. Cause that's when niggas really fuck with you, bro. You tripping, bro. Like, and I ain't got no ties with the big homie Jay, but
Okay, so I assuming we're still live. Guys, we're going to try to pick this up and see how we can fix Blog Talk. We have some technical issues going on, but real quick, because I know we are live, and I'm assuming only YouTube can hear us. Just to talk about this briefly, I thought about it for a while. I wrote a story on it this week, and there's some people that think that it could be promotional fodder to help a very desperate and a very worthless promotion in Adrian Broner and Ashley Theophane. I really don't think that's what it is at all. I think that Floyd Mayweather, who, despite what some people might want to say about him or the criticism that he gets, is very, very smart, very, very intelligent. You cannot do what Floyd Mayweather Jr. has done in his career and not be a highly intelligent individual. Is he a highly flawed person? Absolutely. Has he made bad choices? Of course, but he's very smart. He knows that Ashley Theophane has no chance against a guy like Broner. Broner might not be the world beater that any of us thought he could be, or even some of us thought he would be. But I think what this boils down to is that Floyd Mayweather knows that the physical game cannot be won. The skill sets are set, and they are all on Adrian Broner's side. If Ashley Theophane has any hopes, it's on the mind game side of it all. He has got to he's got to find a way to get into Broner's head. He's got to find a way to make sure that he is, I guess, bringing Broner down to the lowest level that he possibly could, to the point where the mental game starts to affect the physical game. And some people might say, how could it? When you are in the driver's seat like Broner is in this kind of fight, how in the world, there's nothing that you could say that would, bring Ashley Theophane and Broner to the same level. But that's not true necessarily. This isn't about putting Ashley Theophane on Broner's level. This is about bringing Broner down to Ashley Theophane's. Floyd Mayweather, for instance, could say these things, and Broner is obviously rattled. You can hear it in his voice. You can see it. Like, if anybody went to like schools in I know this is gonna sound kind of weird, but if anybody's gone to like schools in like the inner city or like a mixed school, like I went to a school where it was like so many different kinds of people. Like, it wasn't like, oh, that side of town. Like, not at all. It was like a centrally located school with people from everywhere. And, like, I was friends with like a lot of different people. And so when you start to fight, like when you hear somebody get to fight, right, there's like a typical way that people fight, like in certain areas. Like, and a Hispanic guy is going to kind of like puff his chest out a little bit. You know what I mean? Kind of like raise his face a little bit. He's not going to do much talking. Okay. But the extremely, I guess, like well-versed shit talker knows that you keep running your mouth and it gets to somebody's head. Floyd Mayweather is doing exactly what that is, and it's going to hinder, or it could hinder, Broner's ability to stick to a game plan. And if Ashley Theophane comes in and finds any sort of success, and Adrian Broner at the end of the day tries to maybe take him out sooner or get overly aggressive, then this worked. Then Floyd Mayweather got in the head of Adrian Broner and helped his fighter to capitalize on it in an incredibly intelligent way. This is not just shit talking in the streets. You know why it's not shit talking in the streets? Because there are millions of dollars at stake. There are millions of dollars at stake, and when it is that, then this is calculated. This is, this is something that you have to use all of your resources, and these might seem silly to the common person or a person who's dignified or whatever, but this is absolutely the way to rattle somebody. And I have seen the biggest kids in the world get beaten up by smaller guys when you're just really good at talking shit and getting in people's heads. And we've seen this at the highest level in boxing as well. But the guys are back. I'm curious of their take. Nes, I know you were, I'm going to say, at least entertained by all of this. If you are not, obviously, your attention's taken elsewhere, weigh in on this. What did you think of Broner's response? Beeb.
Can you hear me, Mario?
Absolutely, I can.
Beautiful. This is what I don't understand about Adrian Broner. Why does he need so much approval from another man. I mean, imagine Andre Ward if this, Andre Ward would never say, oh, why is this guy not like me? Because remember when Floyd said something about Andre Ward when Andre Ward said he picked Robert Guerrero to beat him because he was from the Bay Area, and Floyd went off on him, and he said, hey man, that's his opinion, whatever, and he moved on. Adrian Broner, to me, again, I'm not a huge fan. He just irritates me. I don't like the way he carries himself, but he seems very immature. That daddy issues or something. I hate to try to play psychiatrist here, but if this guy needs Floyd Mayweather's approval at this stage of his life, at this stage of his career, then there's something missing. That's just my opinion. I think there's something missing. And for him to crying about it, him being a trash talker himself, him saying so many outrageous things about people himself, if he can dish it out and he can't take it, then that just shows a little bit of his character.
Is there any way that this is fake? Like, is there any way this is all promotion?
What, him going at Floyd Mayweather? Well, this is the thing. Well, this is the thing. I think Floyd realizes that, you know what, I'm doing me right now. I got my own promotional company, number one. Number two, Adrian Broner was supposed to be the next Floyd Mayweather, and he took a couple L's. So now Floyd's saying to himself, you know what, maybe this kid isn't the goods, and he's not really going to invest in him anymore. I think before, when he was doing well, he had the talk, and he was walking the walk, but he had suffered those two L's. So then Floyd said, you know what, why am I going to invest in this kid? Why am I going to get behind this kid? And plus, Floyd, you can say what you want about him, but seems like he's on the right track right now with himself. He's kind of growing up a little bit himself. He's maturing, and he's doing things a little bit differently now. So he doesn't want to be around people that aren't on the same page as him. And Adrian Broner seems to be going down a path that it's not really good. And I don't think Floyd wants to really be a part of that. He doesn't want to co-sign on that.
Well, and
let me just say one last thing. I apologize.
Ahead. Absolutely.
This is the thing. And Adrian Broner thinks he can do whatever he wants, and then Floyd Mayweather is just going to co-sign on it. Because if he does something stupid, and then like Mario, I like you, I consider you a friend, but if you go out and kill somebody, or you do something, you go out and do something egregious, I'm not gonna co-sign on that. I'm not gonna say, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna defend you. There's certain things you can't defend. There's certain things you can't defend. You know what I mean? And Adrian Broner's at that point where he's just doing obnoxious things that are really indefensible at this point. So go ahead. I apologize.
This is why you're the best, because that leads into our next topic, which is Adrian Broner. So for those of you that don't know, the video was actually a response to Floyd Mayweather, who had talked to Fight Hype. And even though Nes briefly set this up, I'll kind of give you the bigger picture before we get into this bullet. So Adrian Broner, was at Walmart and did this stupid stunt where he paid for something, got his change, threw it up in the air, and said, "You must not know who I am," insinuating that he doesn't need change, right? So Floyd responded in the Fight Hype interview, and basically said that it was a silly thing to do, that he's still young and he doesn't learn, and this is hurting him, and he criticized him. And you heard a lot of the things that Broner was saying they were in direct response, specifically at the end where Floyd said, Floyd's not my fighter, Broner's not my fighter, I'm not worried about him. So TMZ has reported that Adrian Broner, accused of a violent robbery with a gun, has been had a warrant issued for his arrest. The boxing superstar is a wanted man after allegedly beating a guy outside of a Cincinnati bowling alley. And so, yeah, this is being reported by TMZ Sports. TMZ Sports has obtained official documents showing that Broner has been charged with the felony assault and aggravated robbery. And so multiple sources connected with the case say that the incident took place about 3:30 a.m. on January 21st. So, wow, this is way back then. After Broner and another man making high-stake bets with each other at the lanes. The alleged victim told police Broner had lost thousands of dollars in bowling bets and was pissed off. And basically, when the victim decided to call it a night and go home with his winnings, he got really upset. Broner did. Another source claims that Broner waited for the guy outside in an alley, punched him in the face and the neck, nearly knocking him out cold. The court docs say that Broner, and this is in quotes, then retrieved a handgun from his vehicle, approached the victim, demanded money, then struck the victim in the face with a closed fist a second time, this time causing the victim to be rendered unconscious. Broner was then observed taking money out of the victim's pockets while he was unconscious before fleeing the scene. Officials note that Broner is a pro boxer, and they're very, very aware of what he is saying. And so, the strange thing that I would have to say, and this is something that one of our writers, Matt Lussey, who you all know as a very intelligent person that calls into the show and helps us out all the time, he mentioned how it's very odd timing, isn't it, Beeb? Very odd timing that this comes out into the light now. Yeah. And, January 21st. January 21st, if that was me, listen, I've never committed a crime like that in my life, but I would say that, if I'm in that position, if it's March, what are we in, March 20, whatever it is, I'm thinking, wow, I skated by on that one. You know what I mean? And so
No.
I don't know. Beeb is the high stake criminal here. I don't know. I'm gonna defer to your expertise. Go ahead, Mr. Attorney.
Again, I'm not proud of it. 46, but when Beeb was a kid, he did everything possible to almost everything possible and not get a record. So he was pushing the envelope, and I've had arrests on me and stuff like that, and you don't think of things, and people have time to pander their thoughts and gather their thoughts. Then they start doing things.
Make a case.
So I said,
is that what it is?
Yeah. So a series of events could happen. Someone may say to themselves, "Hey, I'm not going to press charges," but then after a while, people can say, "Oh, you let him get away with that." He talks to other people. Why don't you talk to my lawyer? You may have a case here. You could get some money. Anything happens. So things do come back to haunt you, and luckily I got things taken care of. Had good lawyers, and I don't have a record, but I almost did. Almost did have a record. So that's the thing, and I said the same thing to myself. This thing happened in January. Why they wait so long? But I don't know. Maybe the victim started talking to people. Maybe they tried to keep it under wraps. Maybe someone who doesn't like Adrian Broner leaked the news. And,
somebody, huh? Somebody out there. Listen, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I feel as though I'm not gonna say this doesn't surprise me or anything like that. I don't want to make that kind of comment. Every time somebody's like, "Oh, that doesn't surprise me," it's like, "Oh, that guy's a piece of shit." Who cares? That's not what it should be considered. See, Adrian Broner, he didn't fool me. But all the talk about how he was rededicated to the sport, the Boxing Voice had made several videos about, following that transition where he was AB about business. I didn't believe in, but I wanted it to be true with all my heart. I wanted it to be true because I wanted to see Broner without any of those things that hinder and hold him back. Unfortunately, these are those things that hold him back. And, at the same time, listen, I know there's a lot of different kind of people who listen to the show, and they might think I'm talking shit or I'm talking out my ass. That's fine. Everybody has their own opinion. But look, you can really criticize Adrian Broner, and you can say, oh, you had all this and blah, blah, blah. It's so easy not to make those mistakes. You don't know where Broner's from. You don't know what it is. And, it's sometimes really hard to get that out of you. And I'm not saying those animal instincts or anything like that, but I'm just saying in general of having that, escaping that thug life fully. You know what I mean? It follows you, and things happen in the hood or in the streets where, you at the end of the day feel like you have to stick up for your honor, whatever. And so I don't know. I just know that, it could affect the fight with Ashley Theophane. Not that, that's really going to be a huge deal, but it could be something that affects it, and it could be another thing that affects his mental, case. Before you came on, I was talking about how you know, Floyd Mayweather is smart. He knows Ashley Theophane is outskilled and out physicalness, whatever, against Broner. Broner's got the upper hand in all those physical things.
Yeah.
So the only way to even put them on the same level is to do these things and play into Broner's mind and play these mind games to get him down. And so, you know, these alleged assault things happen, and then before that you have the, you know, Twitter wars and the social media wars and the fight hype thing. It's, you know, it's cooking. But there is a topic that I've really wanted to discuss that is on our agenda. I'm going to, Beeb, if you want to have one more say on this, and if Nes wants to chime in before we go into another related man in Floyd Mayweather who's in the news. Beeb, you got any last comments on this?
Yeah, I wanted to say one thing because, you know, you kind of laid the groundwork here for Mayweather getting in Broner's head, Mayweather talking trash. But if you really think about it, Mayweather's being asked these questions. He's not volunteering the information.
Very good
He's
point.
being asked about Broner, so I don't think he really cares. I think that he's trying to prepare his fight. He's trying to prepare Ashley Theophane. So, you know, if Adrian Broner thinks that just because allegedly he's friends with Floyd Mayweather, that Floyd Mayweather is not going to handle his business, which is his promotional company, then that's kind of stupid on his part.
Yeah.
You know, Floyd is very serious when it comes to his business. He's very serious when it comes to boxing. And if you're not on his team, then why should he care about you? You know what I'm saying? How many times have we seen fighters? How many times have we seen fighters who were friends or knew each other, and they said, "Hey, when we get in that ring, you know, I like this guy. He's a good person. You know, I can hang out with him. We're cool. But when we get in that ring, it's on. It's on. All that goes out the window." So Broner's got to understand that. This is about business now. This isn't about AB. He says about business, about billions, whatever you want to call it. So he has to realize the situation at hand, and that's Floyd Mayweather is looking to further his promotional company. Ashley Theophane is part of his company. So he's going to get behind his fighters. And for him to question that or get mad about that, he's an idiot.
You know, I think that at the end of the day, Nes, we can't hear you if you're talking. I think that, you know, like everything you said is essentially where I was coming from in all this, really. But I just thought it was like an interesting kind of like, you know, motive to go to. But anyway, let's stick to Floyd.
Floyd's gonna run with it now, though. Floyd's gonna run with it now.
Definitely.
And if Ashley Theophane was smart, he'd run with it too. Because if the Beeb was in Ashley Theophane's shoes, you know what the Beeb would be doing?
What would he be doing?
He'd be bringing like fake toy guns to the press conference. Hey man, is this the weapon you used to pistol whip that dude? Beeb would be going nuts.
You have like having a bowling ball in your hand and stuff.
Oh yeah. Great.
That would be great.
Like a little toy bowling set. Say, hey man, let's play. Want to go bowling, Adrian?
So
if I win, are you gonna shoot me? Then I throw the toy gun at him. That would be like watching Borat. So like, we're gonna stick to Floyd Mayweather, the topic of Floyd Mayweather. Although I do want to bring Nes back in, you know, when he can get settled in, to talk about some of those issues with Broner and Floyd. But we're gonna stick to Floyd Mayweather. This is something that we came across earlier, and we wanted to bring it up on the show. It's a question that I want to ask Beeb and Nes specifically. Those of you that know Matt Up, our producer, he provides us with an itinerary. As soon as I saw the itinerary a few hours ago, I thought, this is the question. So Floyd Mayweather was interviewed by, of course, none other than FightHype.com. And in speaking with Ben Thompson, senior editor and owner of FightHype.com, Mayweather said that there are two things Golovkin needs to do to earn the right to challenge Golovkin. To challenge Mayweather. Okay, Golovkin needs to do two things to earn the fight with Floyd. So Floyd was quoted in saying, "When you hear stuff about Triple G, like I said before, I told Triple G what he had to do if he wants to fight with me. He's got to call out Andre Ward, beat Andre Ward, and then I'll fight him. I haven't seen him call out Andre Ward yet." Now, Golovkin is, of course, scheduled to fight Dominic Wade in April 23rd to be specific, in California. So Abel Sanchez, Golovkin's trainer,
recently told Jenna J of On the Ropes Boxing that Mayweather is planting seeds for a potential matchup against Triple G in the future, which is something that, you know, we've speculated with Floyd and he's done in the past with certain guys. You know, he basically told us that Andre Ward was going to be the guy, or Kareem Mayfield. That was him planting seeds to see which one grew better, or I guess didn't grow as bad as the other. So now, if you think about, you know, what it means to lay the groundwork and all of those kinds of things, I want to present this question that was presented in a few articles. One in Grantland by Adam Wells. I'm sorry, by Bleacher Report by Adam Wells. I'm so sorry. This is the question, B. Floyd is saying that Triple G has not essentially earned the fight, earned the right. He's not built up the mystique to face Floyd Mayweather. I'm not talking about does he beat him, you know, should he fight him, but is this true? Do you think that Golovkin is in a position where a fight between him and Floyd, people would still be saying, who? Gaddafi, Golovkin? Like, do you think that would happen? Has he not earned the right? Do you think he's still not in that light?
I'm going to say the same thing I said to Nets last week to you, Mario. And it's not what you deserve, it's what you can negotiate. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with Shannon Briggs. I don't want to go off topic too much, but Shannon Briggs going over to the UK, Eddie Hearn having a sit down with them, talking about proposed fights. Now, if people want to see that fight, then it would sell between Floyd and Triple G. But Floyd's in a position where it's not really about his opponent so much, unless it's a Pacquiao or a Canelo. Everyone else is you know, when you take Pacquiao, and Pacquiao may not even be on that level anymore, but Canelo, I think, is on that level where he's the other dance partner, whereas Floyd's the A side and everyone else is the B side. Well, you know, Canelo's like an A minus side, if you will, going up against Floyd. So he's that, you know, he's catching up to Floyd. He's not there, probably won't be at Floyd's level in terms of getting pay-per-view buys and stuff like that. I don't think anyone will, but he's the next best thing. So Golovkin, the worst thing they could have done was put him on pay-per-view and him only do 94,000 buys or whatever, 100,000 buys, whatever it was, because that was just. I said this back then. I'm going to say it now. That was just another excuse, or that's just something people can point at as a reason not that he's not a draw. I don't have to fight him. And it's kind of ironic that they're saying the same thing about Andre Ward. So does Golovkin deserve the fight? Quite honestly, I don't think anyone deserves anything in this sport. It's what you're able to negotiate. And sometimes people in this sport may not be the best fighter in their division, but they're the biggest names. And we've seen that time and time again. Because we know Canelo, well, I know, in my opinion, that Canelo is not the best middleweight in the world, but he's the name in that division, and he calls the shots.
Yeah.
So Golovkin's not in that position yet. When you talk about top level fighters, the elite fighters, if Golovkin wanted to fight Cotto, if Golovkin wanted to fight Pacquiao, if Golovkin wants to fight Mayweather, if he wants to fight Canelo, if he wants to fight that level, the names, okay, he doesn't have any leverage against those guys. So does he deserve it? Honestly, I don't think that. I'm going to say he doesn't deserve it, really, because he hasn't had a big money fight yet, and he hasn't really proved that he could draw like a Canelo can draw.
That's what I was looking for.
He can draw like a Canelo can draw. Like he can draw like a Pacquiao can draw. Like he can draw like a Cotto can draw. So with all due respect to Triple G, and I know Wassam is pulling out the voodoo dolls with the Beeb, sticking the pins in it right now as I speak. AB's probably throwing dots with the picture of Beeb on his wall right now. But I'm telling the truth, guys. This is the cold, hard truth that no one wants to hear. Whether it's fair or unfair, it's what it is.
No, listen, I was waiting for that, to be honest with you, Beeb. Not like I think you're predictable or anything like that, just that I think that is a reasonable argument. I think you can make that argument that he hasn't earned that shot and he doesn't deserve the right. I'm going to say this. I do think he deserves it. I'm not going to go say that he's gone out and earned it by everyone that he's beating, but I think when you match him against, like, why would Thurman deserve it any more than Floyd? Why would Danny Garcia? Like, I just don't think, listen, you can look at Danny Garcia from a commercial standpoint. Yes, he has a lot of attraction, and yes, the things he's done in the past. But in terms of sheer competition, no. You know what I mean? Golovkin has all those angles in terms of commercial, in terms of competition, in terms of interest. Like, all those things he checks off. He might not be better off commercially than Danny Garcia. He might not be better off namesake-wise than Canelo. He might not be better off in all those regards. But I will tell you this. Floyd is pandering, because what would beating Andre Ward do? Like, what would it really do for Golovkin? I don't think it really does much for him commercially. Like, he's saying that he's not in that position commercially, so what? Calling out Andre Ward and beating him, that's going to put him... Listen, no, it makes Golovkin a much better fighter, obviously, but I think Golovkin is as ready now as he would be if he fought and beat Andre Ward. I don't think he has to beat Andre Ward or fight Andre Ward to get the fight with Floyd. I really don't. I think that he deserves it right now based on who else is in and around that same situation to land Floyd if he does come back from retirement. And so, I would make that argument that, there is no chance of the fight because he knows he's not going to fight Ward. Floyd does. And fighting Ward does nothing. It doesn't bring his commercial viability up by much. I really, truly do not believe.
If he went up and he beat Ward, I don't know, man. And he beat him impressively. I think that would elevate him, man.
In hardcore's mind, sure, in people that are Golovkin detractors, but in the casual fans' mind, I think. Interject, please. Interject, Nes, please.
The funny thing is, Mayweather's a bit of a troll. He is, because he goes and says that the only way he could fight Gennady Golovkin is if he beat Andre Ward, because he goes on to say, because I'd rather fight someone like Garcia, who's an undefeated champion. So then what the hell is Gennady Golovkin if he's not an undefeated champion? And if Garcia's an undefeated champion, then, well, Golovkin is automatically an undefeated champion. But let me just play the clip.
Yeah, stuff about Triple G, like I said before. I told Triple G what he had to do if he want to fight with me. He got to call out Andre Ward, beat Andre Ward, then I'll fight him. I haven't seen him call out Andre Ward yet. If I did think about coming back, there's only one name I'm looking at, and that's Danny Garcia. And I have to say Danny Garcia because you look at Danny Garcia, I mean, he's undefeated, and he's a world champion. And if I'm going to fight a guy, he's going to be the world champion.
So if he fights a guy, he's going to be a world champion, because Gennady Golovkin isn't that. That's the thing with Floyd. But Mario, where you're wrong is he can do that. And Gennady has to do that, because that's the way that it is when it's Mayweather. You want to fight him, you have to abide by his rules. I'm not saying that it's good. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just telling you this is the reality that we live in. We live in a world where one man is able to get a therapeutic, what's it called?
Therapeutic exemption for steroids? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around. Go ahead.
Therapeutic exemption for whatever he needed it for some sort of rehydration. Who knows? While the other guy needed a shot for a shoulder and he couldn't get it. Look, who knows? You know what I mean? The bottom line is, in this game, you play by Mayweather's rules if you want that Mayweather fight. So now if he tells Gennady, you got to fight Andre Ward, well, guess what? This is what these promoters don't think about. Gamble a little, because what are you going to do? When has Mayweather not lived up to his word? And if you back him in the corner and you beat, you making faces? Give me what? When? Who hasn't he fought that he said he would fight? He's fought them all, man. He's fought them all. You guys who get hung up on his Margarito fucking bullshit when the guy's running around town looking like Captain Hook or something, stop it, man. Stop it.
He said he would fight Mosley way before he did.
He fought Mosley, man.
But he said he would fight him way
Mosley
before
now
he did.
and look at Floyd. That's what you guys don't. I mean, you guys, it's crazy, man.
Mosley had a toothache, man. Mosley had a toothache when Floyd first called him.
I don't see any other fighter moving up in weight, taking on guys as big as they are, punching them in the face, and making these guys not come forward. Like a guy like Canelo, I thought automatically, I don't know. I said, what? He's just going to
we got to say one
he's
thing.
He's going to take that shot, walk right in, and manhandle Floyd. No, that didn't happen. No one, why can't they do
That's fair. That's a fair point.
But we got to say one thing that kind of fucked up Floyd's credibility a little bit. When he put that poll out and Amir Khan won the poll and he didn't fight.
Oh, that's a great point. There you go. That's Exhibit A. That's Exhibit A. That's Exhibit A right there.
That was kind of fucked. That was kind of fucked up.
That's OJ.
All right, but wait a minute, and listen, and I have no
recollection of it.
The glove,
I have
the glove
quarrels.
I have no quarrels. The glove fits there.
Listen to me. Just hear me out clearly. I have no quarrels with that, and I just want to say the other side of it, right? The other side is this. Was Amir Khan more popular in the poll? Yes. At the time that he won the poll, was he the more popular fighter in terms of what he's done or who he fought to get the fight? No. Remember, Amir Khan hadn't been fighting nobody. He hasn't been fighting nobody. Remember his resume. After losing to Garcia, what has he been doing?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Carlos Molina's, Julio Diaz's, Devin Alexander's, Luis Ortiz. Not Luis Ortiz, but Luis Collazo. So when was Mayweather ducking Khan? Like, you got to be ranked, man. You got to be ranked. And B, regardless of where this man is from, you need to abide by that because your intro says that. So if this man ain't ranked, well, and I know there's going to be some callers that say, well, he was the WBC. He was the WBC. But we already know how that worked because we see how many people are ranked in the WBC and don't get a shot or do get a shot.
I'm going to agree with you on a couple things. I mean, it was fucked up. He won the poll. He didn't get it. But if you're going to go by the old saying of what have you done for me lately, then hell yeah, Maidana deserved that fight. There's no question. There's no question about it.
But let me ask you all this question real quick, okay?
But he knows that style is trouble. He knows.
Listen, but you know what? Let's forget this bullshit for a second about whether Floyd is an honest man or keep his word. Everybody's gonna have their different opinion. It's gonna be based on bullshit. We really can't truly trust anything. I'm gonna ask you this. Isn't it not a setup from Floyd to suggest that Golovkin go and fight a man who would essentially take him out of the running to fight Floyd? You know what I'm saying? That's like saying, okay, well, I'll have a gunfight with you, but first you have to have a bomb fight with someone else. It's like, okay, by the time that guy's done, you're not going to be in a position to have that fight. So Floyd Mayweather is just trolling. Like Nes said, no, I know. And so my only point is that if you put it into context of whether Floyd Mayweather will ever step outside that box, you have your answer. Because he doesn't say, oh, I'll never come out of retirement, or if I come out of retirement, someone's going to have to earn it. He's already telling you that he's going to fight Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia fits into that Floyd Mayweather category perfectly.
Playing the seeds.
He's not dangerous for Floyd. He falls into that realm perfectly. And listen, Nes called it. Nes called it so long ago, before anyone thought that Danny Garcia would get that shot. Nes called it. Why did Nes call it? Because Floyd Mayweather has a pattern. Golovkin doesn't fit that pattern, and Danny Garcia does. It's as simple as that.
Well, one last thing about the poll, though. If Amir Khan was not worthy, then why did Floyd put him in the pool in the first place, too? That was kind of a bullshit thing to do, too.
It's a fair point.
So, Nes is right. Again, Nes, when you want to talk about based on merit, that's fine. But, again, we have to overlook that sometimes. Well, you don't have to, but it is overlooked sometimes when it comes in terms of name recognition. And Khan's a bigger name than Maidana. Whether he should be or not, that's a different story.
Yeah, but that's my issue. Based off what? Beating Carlos Molina, getting knocked out to Garcia, having a tight fight with Peterson. I mean, what is it?
All fair points.
He's in this fight right now. Listen, he's in this fight right now because of his popularity. Now, I just want to see it. I'm admitting that the buzz for Canelo Khan is a good one. It's a good one. But it still has to transition into pay-per-view sales and ticket sales, and we shall see. We shall see. Listen, let's open up these phone lines, and I'm going to just
Let 'em in.
you guys to go a little bit longer, obviously, for whatever issues we may have had. 646-478-3068. Press 1 if you want to talk to the host, if you want to get it off your chest. We see the phone lines are lighting up. I want to go to my guy, hardworking, Los Angeles correspondent, Fernando Pimentel. He's been putting in so much work. Had excellent behind-the-scenes footage, one-on-one with I was going to say Bernard Hopkins, but it was actually Andre Berto. And Mario made a mistake earlier, and I couldn't even get in. He said Andre Ward when he meant Andre Berto. When Mayweather said it would be either Berto or Kareem Mayfield.
Oh, thank you.
So that being said, Pimentel, let us know, what do you got for us, man? What is the word on the street on your side of town in Los Angeles?
Man, the word on the street on my side is everything is looking good, man. April is going to be packed over here. We got Triple G versus Wade, and then the week after that, we got Berto versus Ortiz, which honestly I'm more excited for Berto Ortiz because they have animosity in history with one another. I like the subject you guys are talking about. That's awesome. I would love to see, Floyd come back. Obviously, we know he's not going to fight Triple G. I don't think he'll ever fight Triple G, to be honest. I do think he will get Danny Garcia. He will select to fight Danny Garcia. Danny seems to be the obvious choice, unless, the winner of Porter versus Thurman looks very, I don't know, they win, but they just look kind of flimsy. They don't look as well as they have in the past. They both go down. They both take hits. They both take a lot of damage, and it's just a rough and tumble affair to which both of them don't come out the same again. Maybe that can happen. I don't ever see him fighting Triple G, though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and that's my point. Mario and all the Mayweather haters are going to go at this from a different angle. Instead of sitting back, just soaking it in, and then pushing Gennady Golovkin, pushing Tom Loeffler to fight Ward. It's not a bad fight. There was a lot of people thought it was a winnable fight. And if at the top of the mountain is Floyd Mayweather, well, I say do it, because what's going to happen when you put that man's back to the wall and in front of the world, you say, I did what you said. Why you running? When you coming at him the way McGregor was coming at him, but you in his sport, and you got the evidence is there.
Then you say,
that's why he fought. Hold on a minute. That's why he fought Andre Berto, remember? Because Andre Berto had evidence. He was putting him out there, making him look like this little girl that now Adrian Broner's making him look like. Because real niggas don't do the type of shit he does. If you my friend, you don't talk about me. Me and Beeb have had issues live on the show. I've never heard that he went somewhere and told somebody something bad about me. Because he's real. He's real. It ain't about, I ain't promoting him. Or Beeb ain't never say, well, I ain't working with Nes no more, so Nes is XYZ. No, that's not how it goes.
Can I say one thing, Nestor?
It's very sad that people still will get behind him. They still going to call Adrian a baby. People going to call in tonight. Oh, Nes, whatever. He just a baby. Why he acting like a child, throwing up money in Walmart? But it's the truth. Wasn't Mayweather burning money? Don't Mayweather rent hotel room floors full of strippers? Come on, man.
Well, Nes, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Go ahead, Beeb. Tell me.
I got to jump in. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but
I want to hear.
I got to say this. Someone asks Mayweather a question about Adrian Broner, right? Adrian Broner punches somebody in the face, right? What's Floyd supposed to say? Hey, man, what did the guy do? Whatever. I mean, if Adrian Broner's out there doing dumb shit, and then someone asks him,
Beeb, he's supposed to say exactly what Adrian Broner said. Adrian Broner said, when they was asking me, did you punch your baby mother? I said, I don't know. My nigga somewhere counting money. Because you don't highlight the negativity if I'm your friend, man.
So you basically just take the no comment route, is what you said.
Exactly. You take not the no comment route. You take the high route. The Lord says give the other cheek. The Lord doesn't say antagonize. The law doesn't say make it a bigger issue. But
Now,
controversy sells, man. Controversy is what's selling. Adrian Broner is not wrong in this situation. He's reached out to Floyd Mayweather on multiple occasions, and he doesn't want to. Come on, how you going to do an interview, talk shit about me, then I text you, you don't even want to talk. You don't even want to say, nah, little man, this is what I did. You know, you wrong, so I got to. No, you don't even, you ignore me. If I was Adrian, like Adrian said at the end, man, he going to knock his fight out. We going to see. Theo Bain is pretty durable. You know, he took some Danny Garcia shots when Danny was young. Adrian's a little older now, so he's got that manpower. He's definitely faster than Garcia. Could he knock out Floyd Mayweather's opponent? I don't know. Is this all an elaborate scheme to build up this ridiculous fight? I highly doubt it, because there's some disrespectful things going on, and that's all I'm going to say. But that being said, Fernando, man, thank you for the LA update. We're going to come back to you, though, because you still ain't tell us about Berto. And I'm hearing, actually, I know that he's sparring Troy King out there in the Bay Area. Dave the Champ, what's going on, you?
Come on, man. How you guys doing? But, damn, man, Mayweather just spits on the ground, and you just go out there and pick it up, man. Come on, man.
Did you hear yourself? I'm defending Adrian Broner, not Floyd Mayweather. See, you guys just want to call into attack. I'm defending the other guy in the situation, but you're still saying I'm defending Floyd. I mean, clean the wax out of your ears, man.
Come on, man.
Clean the wax. You the champ of wax in your ear. Dave the champ of the wax in the ear.
Let me let you know. Let me just put my piece here and let you know. You're coming out here with things that aren't facts. Ward's a 175 fighter now. He ain't going to go down anymore. So if Triple G wants to fight, he's going to have to go up to 175. And then he's going to have
Okay, Dave. So your facts is that Ward is not a 168. He moved up. Let me ask you something. Did Floyd fight? Listen. Did Floyd fight Oscar De La Hoya at Floyd's weight or at De La Hoya's weight? When he attempted to be a superstar, when he fought a superstar, when he gave up his rights and did what the superstar asked, did he fight at the weight of his weight class or did he move up? Okay, come on, Dave the Champ. Dare to be great, my friend. Dare to be great. Listen, you have to listen. You as a fan, you have to demand more of your fighters. Demand more. The way that you guys demand that Floyd fights every top 10 and every top 5. Demand more of your fighters, man. Have them dare to be great. Have them dare to be great. Listen, I love Triple G. You know, every week on here I say he could stay in that division. But if Floyd is putting if somebody tells me the magic plan on what I got to do to be a podcast millionaire, you think I ain't going to jump on the plan? The man laid the blueprint out. Beat this guy and I'll fight you. Now, what's going to happen? Triple G ain't beat nobody, and ESPN love him. They put him on ESPN every day. That's the only other fighter besides sports on ESPN, right? What's going to happen when he beats? What's going to happen when he beats Andre Ward, and he's on ESPN with Skip Bayless, and Skip Bayless going to be like, there he goes, he's chicken again, because he's going to have the new Pacquiao, right? Come on, you know how it goes. Come on.
But is there anything wrong with being a thousandaire, a podcast thousandaire? Is there anything wrong with that, Nes? No, there's not, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting less or wanting to be a thousandaire podcast owner.
You hear yourself?
Right? You hear yourself? I'm not
Mario!
And it's okay to stay in the middleweight division and one less.
I mean, now this guy is promoting. This guy's promoting to have baby dreams. He's saying to settle now.
Come on, man. Listen, to each his own. I don't judge another man.
For the stars. That's right, baby.
That's where I'm from. Listen, where I'm from, I don't judge another man and what they choose to become or what they do. And if Golovkin wants to achieve middleweight greatness as opposed to financial greatness, man, I ain't going to judge him for that. I'm not. And in some regards, I respect him more. Because you're going to look down in the lineal list of things, and what are they going to give him? What kind of success will they give him for Floyd if you were to beat him? You know what I'm saying? Like, beating on that small kid for what, man? I'll respect him more if he beat, I don't know, Andre Ward or somebody his size.
Listen, let's just be clear here, because we're going to get
millionaires
more callers.
We're not thousandaires. We're millionaires. We're not thousandaires.
We're going to get more callers like Dave the Champ, so let's just be clear here. No one on this panel has said that Gennady Golovkin is ducking Ward or has to move up.
Not at
We
all.
are simply discussing the fact that there has been a blueprint laid out for this man on how to come up with the fastest route
To Floyd.
superstardom.
To Floyd.
To superstardom.
Well, let's not say superstardom.
So if you beat,
he can't get superstardom fighting someone else. Can he?
So you telling me if you beat the undefeated Floyd Mayweather Jr., you're not a superstar? Come on,
I'm not saying it's the only route. Listen, no, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm saying is that the only route? You said the route to stardom. I'm not saying it's the only route.
Quickest route. It's the quickest route.
We got a new champion. We got a new champion. The new champion, Mario Munguia, champion of the motherfucking ear in his wax in his ears.
So Andre Ward to Floyd Mayweather achieves the stardom. That's what you're saying. Only quicker. He can't reach the same level though. He can, right? That's what you're saying though.
I swear, you guys. Sometimes I feel like you guys just purposely want to be the negative side to the argument. Listen, I am not saying nothing other than he can take the fastest route to superstardom by fighting Ward, beating him, and getting the payday of a century. Or the fight of the century.
On fire tonight,
and I have no problem. You're absolutely right.
Everyone thinks I hate Nes, but he's on fire. I gotta give him props when he's on fire.
You're absolutely right. And my only point was that it wasn't that I thought you were saying it was the only route, and that's why it was just me being confused. It was a misunderstanding. All right.
I don't think it's the only route. No, absolutely not. Let's take it back out to the streets. Dave the Champ, I'm gonna let you finish up because we kind of went at it. What else you got?
All right. Well, you know what? Aside from that, though, thank you, my boy. So, and now you guys are doing a good job, man. And it's just that I just wanted to get that thing straight out. That Voice at 175, and you got Velez, and just wanted to say that. And you know what? I'm getting tired of this Canelo bullshit, man. Saying that he's a super welter. You got the middleweight strap, I gotta call him out on that, man. And I got Con winning. Put me down. I'm riding with Beeb and Mario. I got Con winning. Let's go. Konami. Let's go. That's what I think.
All right, brother, man. We gotta ask you guys, man. If you love the show as much as we think you love the show, try to roll your windows up. Try not to use Bluetooths or speakerphones. Try to
turn the radio down when you come on.
Turn the radio down. Be courteous. You got another caller behind you. Underneath Dave the Champ was my man, host of Law Oregon. What's up, Beep?
So I say, put the kids to bed, turn the TV down.
Absolutely, man. Put the kids to bed so they don't hear any.
Don't fight with your girl when you're on hold.
And I just want to say, a big special. I love every last listener. I got some great news about our stats and how well we're doing, and I just want to thank every one of you. So obviously, pat yourselves on the back for all the hours that you put in listening to us. We truly appreciate it. If you're listening on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button, man, because supporting the show only means growing the show. Growing the show only means new guys like Dave Champ and Josue from the Law Oregon. Talk to me, brother. What's going on? Josue, wake up over there. Get this. Bust a hole in his head. Let me see what we got. We got Pasadena 626. Who's this?
Yo, man, it's nothing, man. You already know who it is. You better get my motherfucking intro ready.
Oh man, I don't know how that one slipped by us over here, but we got you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nelson.
No, motherfucker, I didn't say my name was different. What the fuck?
Oh, you said your name was Nelson.
No, I didn't. You need to clean your motherfucking ears out, nigga.
Yo, on the real though, you need to clean your eyes out. Pay attention to that phone number, man. Get that shit ready every single time.
Yo, you be going MIA, man.
I like how you using my line repeatedly, though. I like that. I like that I had a little bit of influence on you over there.
He stole that a long time ago.
Which line?
The clean out your ears.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that was today though. But today, look at all these guys with Mario. Even Mario has some wax in them ears. Dave the Champ already.
Yeah,
but
Mario's tripping, acting like Golovkin wouldn't make bank if he beat Ward, man. That's a big ass fight for him. But I mean, As far as whether Mayweather's gonna fight him after that, I think that's kind of ridiculous. Like acting like a dude about 4 weight classes up from you is your gatekeeper, and all of a sudden is like kind of the silliest shit I ever heard. I mean,
Fuck yeah, give him points for that.
Tyson Fury should beat Lee so that he can get a shot at him. You know
Great
what I mean?
point. Great point. I like you
But,
using
Golovkin,
gatekeeper.
yeah, no, if he were to move up and beat Ward, I mean that would be huge, man. That's enough to put him over the top easy. I mean, he already has a lot of people like in the mainstream media and stuff with his name on their tongues, you know, his name on the tip of their tongue, constantly mentioning how great of a fighter he is or whatever.
Yo, now I'ma just interrupt you and cut to the chase. Do you think that if Golovkin called Mayweather's bluff, took the plan, fought, beat Ward, that he would force Mayweather into a fight?
He would force Mayweather to say something like, oh, "Okay, I'll fight you at 153 pounds." That's what he would do.
So you think after
Not
the
a real fight.
you think
it wouldn't be a fair fight. It would be a fight, but it wouldn't be a fair fight. Golovkin would get drained down to a weight that's nice and comfy for Floyd, and
Good
I mean
point.
he's well within his right to do so. But at the same time, I think catchweights are for bitches, and you know anybody and everybody that pulls them is on some bullshit. You know, Canelo was on some bullshit when he did it to Golovkin. Golovkin was on some bullshit when he was trying to do it to Ward, and you know it goes for all of them. So fuck that. You know what I mean? Let Mayweather fight guys his own size or whatever, and fight him at weights that they're actually able to make without having to go on a fucking De La Hoya Pacquiao anorexic diet to make the fucking weight. But I mean, I think you guys are forgetting that Ward is actually supposed to be fighting this weekend, because I ain't heard no mention of that fight at all yet.
Well, we gonna get there because
you guys.
we gonna get there because you know, Floyd was talking about Ward, so we was just going over the juicier stuff because at the end of the day, what's bigger, Sullivan Barrera or Floyd Mayweather and Adrian Broner and Andre Ward, right? So Sullivan Barrera, Ward is supposed to do what he's supposed to do. Could Sullivan Barrera shock us? Maybe. But we'll see that, right? I mean, are you picking an upset?
Depending on. Nah,
exactly.
Man, I got Ward, but I don't think it's going to be the level of domination that a lot of other people think. I think Barrera's going to give him some issues, kind of the way Bika did. But I mean, otherwise, even still, like depending on how Ward looks, you know, he may, like he even said himself, he may even just take all the rest of the time off until he fights Kovalev. He may not even fight again. Feel like, you know, that he was supposed to win easier, and he might let Kovalev put more miles on his odometer than Ward would have, you know? But, I mean, as far as the Floyd and the Broner shit, I mean, that's silly as fuck. You know, that's some more silly bullshit. I mean, I guess, like...
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It's about time. It's about time somebody told Floyd the truth. Because everybody's sitting around there yesing, because they don't want to get cut off. They don't want that magic goose to stop laying eggs.
Well, so was Broner, though. So was Broner until he got snubbed.
Well, I mean, listen. No. Listen, every camp got yes men. Every camp. I'm not saying Broner, again, I'm not saying Broner's any better than Mayweather. I'm saying Broner's calling a hypocrite. And I like it. Because people don't tell people the truth for these days no more. They're afraid to tell the truth nowadays.
That's fine, but I mean, to me, it almost like it feels like Floyd may be building up to an eventual Broner fight, because that's like one of the few fights where Floyd can go in as the guy that's like the hero character, and people will be rooting for him and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's one of the few fights where he wouldn't, like, people really wouldn't be rooting for him to lose in as much of any other fight that he could potentially make. But. So I mean, that's.
So give me your official pick here. Give me your official pick.
Say what?
Give me your official pick on the Andre Ward Barrera so we can get to some other callers, brother, because phone lines is lit up.
Yeah. I got Ward by a close but clear decision, or competitive but clear decision, you know, like 116, 112, 117, 111 type shit. And then I got Jojo Diaz over Jayson Velez. I think he's gonna whoop Velez's ass. He's gonna outbox him, and Golden Boy's gonna have a new shining, you know, up and coming star in Jojo. So there it is.
All right, now, thanks for calling in.
Real quick before we go to our next caller, I just want to let everybody know T-shirts still, like always, available at the website. Just a lot of really great stuff available. Actually, before the show ends, for a little treat for everybody on YouTube, I am going to show my really, really cool phone. What's it called? Cover case?
Phone case.
Phone case. There you go. Phone case with the Boxing Voice logo. Really cool. And just so you know, a couple months, it's been about 4 weeks now, we've had updated for the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6S. And as soon as we can, we will get it popping for the iPhone. What's it called now? I don't even know. Whatever, the new one.
The SE hasn't even come out yet.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. As soon as it does become available, because there are some places that already have covers for that thing. So we have a lot of great stuff. Girls, we got y'all covered too, and we got some other stuff in development too. So keep checking back on the reg.
I want to see somebody in that red female tank top, man. That thing looks sexy. We just need the right person to order it.
Listen, no homo, but I want to see someone. I want to see one of the guys in that Golovkin tank. That you know what I'm talking about, the weightlifter one.
That's gonna take a big dude to fill that.
Take a big dude, and that's why I want to see it, because I want to see what somebody looks like in it before I buy it. That's the only reason I haven't pulled the trigger. It's really cool. It's like what are they called? They're like weightlifting tees.
Leno, how big is Leno from the Shah? Right? Is he from the Shah? I think DiBiase.
Oh yeah. What's his name's big? Yo, what about Real Talk?
Oh yeah. No, but isn't he like 180? I think he's only 180. Real Talk.
Cut. Oh, okay, my bad. Well, listen, I just want to see somebody.
Beeb says he's 200. Listen, let's take another caller here. We're gonna go. Look, got my boy Joey from Indiana there. Get yourself together. He's gonna be coming all the way out here to New York City for that Porter fight. He already bought his tickets. Is it? Did they say the Barkley already? Is that official? Did I fall asleep in my head? Oh wow.
I don't think they said that yet. But he's gambling.
He's gambling. He's betting the odds with Beeb. Whoa.
Odds with Beeb.
I know. He's
like
betting the odds with Joey for sure.
It seems pretty fair. It's going to be on the East Coast at least, so I don't think he's going to get burned. Just maybe not Barclays.
Hey, worst case scenario, you move that forward and come out for the Algieri fight. That's going to be a scrap.
Hold up, son. Word. Yeah. To all the killers and the 100, I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers.
Yo, come on, get that.
Yo, is he serious? Was that us in the background?
That was us in the background.
After we made a specific message not to have the radio play, I swear to God.
It was me who said it, and they had me talking in the back. They did it on purpose.
If he wasn't QB, I would keep it moving on him. Let me see, man. QB, you there or what? Oh man, he got the radio going. He must be cooking or something. I mean, talk to me, man.
What's good, fellas?
Hey, I mean, on that inside joke. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's good, man? Talk to us.
Though. Listen, yo, Ward and Barrera. I'm gonna talk about that first. I ain't gonna get lost in what everybody's doing right now, but. Like, Barrera and Ward, like, Ward is going to watch this dude. He's going to look good doing it. He's going to win. It's going to be unanimous decision. And I think I got Jayson Velez over Diaz Jr. And, yeah, that's my pick.
Wow.
Else,
you ain't going to explain that pick, though? You got to explain that pick real quick.
Hey, man, listen, the man picking Velez, bro.
Wow.
I mean, do you even want...
I picked Velez. What's up?
I mean, do you even... Hold on, do you even want to let the cat out the bag, or you just want to just let him soak in it, and then when you win the upset, serve him up that crow? I mean, you could give him the clues.
I think I'll let him have the crow, and then I'll explain it to you why you...
Oh, you're going to keep me sweating? Oh, man.
Because that's how you got to do it, because then you might change your pick. He might sway you, and then you're like, oh, man, you got me thinking.
Nah,
that's what I mean, man. Thanks for calling in.
That shit Mario talking tonight couldn't sway a fucking palm tree.
He was talking to you.
I was saying that you might give out the secret and sway him and others. You got to keep your pick to yourself, especially when it's an upset. You keep it to yourself so you can shine with that one, similar to how I did that Danny Garcia Lucas pick. Whatever, Danny Garcia, Amir pick.
You just keep picking Garcia.
I'm just gonna keep picking him, right? Hey, Mike from New York, talk to me, brother.
What's good? Hold on. What's good, yo?
What up?
Chilling. Yeah, I mean, I saw the goddamn Agent Burner video and shit. That's just crazy. I mean, I definitely agree with him. Sickly enough, I agree with him. 1 second, that that he's the hypocrisy. It's hypocritical. Like, if you my man, you pull me aside or answer the text like, dude, you fucking up. You know what I'm saying? You don't put our business on Front Street. You know what I'm saying? Even if I am an asshole. You know what I'm saying? But that just shows you that, on some level, I guess Floyd has an insecurity level where, like, maybe he doesn't like, guys, that could take his shine. Maybe not his skill set, but definitely his shine. So that's what that is. As far as Floyd talking about Andre Ward, I agree. Yo, you want the sweepstakes? Fight your gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? You and your trainer, Abel Sanchez, was talking all this stuff last year, denigrating Ward's name, saying he's over the hill. I remember one time I read a quote. I don't know if it's true or not, but I read a quote where Triple G was kind of mocking the Super Six and his efforts in it. If anybody can go back and fact check me, please go ahead. I want you to. I remember Triple G reading a quote where he was making fun of the Super Six and scoffing at it. So you want to denigrate my man over here who could have met you at 164, but you want the sweepstakes from Mayweather. It's like, what do you want? Are you a man of honor, beating your chest, like it's all about boxing, or do you want the money like anybody else? If you want the money, just say that, and don't act like you're just doing it for the sport. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I gotta say. Keep it going. I'm just showing some love and calling you out.
All right, Mike. Well, thanks for calling in. As always, truly appreciate it. We're gonna go to the Skype machine here. We got a bunch of people. Scorsese, talk to me.
Yeah, you get me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, you got somebody on Skype. They ain't muted, bro. They do been getting like some head or something in the background, bro. Like I swear to God, he been saying "oh baby" and shit like that, like over and over again. You can't hear him, but we can hear him. It's crazy, man. I'm not who it is. I told him mute himself like 8 times. He won't. I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna say what somebody used to tell me when I was out here fucking up in the streets doing stupid shit. They say nobody gonna tell you to stop or tell you to chill out, no matter how they do it, no matter how they come to you. They ain't gonna tell you to do that shit until you gotta fuck your wife when the warden only tell you can't. Till you gotta see your kids from behind a glass window and talk to your girl on the phone through a glass window. That's the only time they gonna tell you done too much. When it's too late. Bruh, hey, you could take advice from a nigga. I don't care how many times he done fucked up. But if it's your goal as a man to process that information and say, shit, I like it or I don't like it. AB don't like it. Right? Hello?
Yeah, we here. I'm just trying to figure out what you trying to insinuate. What you trying to insinuate that regardless of what Mayweather has done, his advice is still valid, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it kind of is, man. Like Braun.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the argument, is it though? I don't think that's I think the argument is one nigga doing some bitch shit and the other nigga putting him out there. That's what I think the argument is,
man,
ain't it?
Look, man, real and fake. When people come with that, oh, that's real, that's fake, that's real. It's just covering up that. Oh man, he might be right.
No.
I need to bounce back.
He don't might be right because Broner's not saying I didn't do what you said I did. Broner's
put
saying,
it on video.
Broner's
put
saying,
it on video. He can't argue.
All right, but
sometimes you need tough love. You need tough love, Ness. You need tough love sometimes. That's what he's trying to say.
That's not tough love. That's smearing someone's name in the media.
Finish what you were gonna say though, Ness. You were gonna make that point. Make it.
Well, you guys cut me off. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Ness was about to say. Okay, I'll finish it for you. See, I get where Scorsese's come from. He's absolutely right. But Ness's point isn't that what he's doing is right or wrong. It's more of what Broner's saying, right or wrong, the way that it's coming out and the way that they're going at each other. You know, if you're real and you're friends, you call and you say, listen, man, I think blah, blah, blah. And that's on Scorsese's point, and he's absolutely right. But this isn't about right or wrong what Broner did or didn't do. He's not saying that Floyd is wrong or right. He's saying that he's wrong for the way that he's addressing it.
Exactly, because Scorsese obviously don't mind. You don't mind, but until you put yourself in that person's shoes.
Scorsese.
I've been in them shoes. How can you mind bro, like, come on, bro. Adrian Broner, I always say he a lovable asshole. He truly is, dude. But that shit in Walmart with them working people, with them people they probably struggling and shit, and you just throw chance. Come on, bro. That wasn't cool.
So what? And you got the guy you defending burning money. He gave a perfect example.
I ain't defending him. I said he done fucked up, but that's what I'm saying. It don't matter if he fucked up before.
It do matter. That's why the phrase is invented. Calling the pot, calling the kettle black. That's why it's made.
Nah, I bet you if I was that motherfucking pot or that kettle and I looked at that advice and I said, damn, he right. I don't care what color either one of us is. I'm going to take that advice and I'm going to run with it to make me a better person. If Floyd want to stay a fucked up person, that's what it is.
Everybody's entitled to do that. Go ahead.
Yo, Nes, this man said Floyd is my idol, bruh. I love Floyd in the boxing ring, but he beat his dad up. He ain't supposed to be your idol. He done some fucked up shit.
We all know he's not talking about all around Floyd. He talking about Floyd as a fighter. He talking about Floyd as a fighter, man.
Scorsese.
Let Beeb get it off his chest. He got something he been trying to say.
I think what Nes is trying to say, man, you could have a conversation with dude, tell him, hey, you fucked up, but he did it in front of the whole world, like he did it on camera.
He made an article, man.
He broadcast.
He called up the newspaper, because essentially that's what he did. Called up the news and said, man, Adrian Broner acting like come on, that's fucking whack, man. And anybody that come on here promoting that it's not, you whack as hell too, man. Fuck that. I don't want no friends like you. I don't want no friends like you.
Nes, you got a conversation with you, though. Check him out. The man said Floyd was burning money, and then he had to catch himself because he said it inspired me to want to burn money. He was about to say that, but then he realized,
Scorsese, he did say that. He did say that, and I don't have any issues with that. You know why? Because all inner city kids, listen to me, all inner city kids, we grow up watching music videos. Who else you idolizing? What else they doing? So Broner ain't saying nothing wrong. He ain't saying, so what? Floyd is his idol. So what? You ain't had an idol? When I thought I was going to go to fucking NBA, Michael Jordan was my idol. Everybody got an idol. Now it's corny to have one.
He's not an inner city kid no more.
But he was. This is culture. This is upbringing. This is culture.
You can win with Broner. You can win with Broner, bro. It's just my opinion. You could take advice. I don't care how it come. What textbook it come out of?
No,
what
but we agree on that. Listen, we agree on that.
That's all I'm saying. Like Broner can do better, bro.
But we also gotta agree. We also gotta agree that Broner is right on saying Floyd could have went about it a different way.
What if he distancing himself from that shit? Some people, like Beeb said, he could be like, bro, don't call me no more. Like, we ain't got much to talk about. You bullshit. He probably done put his arm around him before. And what he say? I told Broner, go to the dressing room, go to the hotel, get some rest, chill out. I put my arm around. He didn't listen. Once you keep doing that, I don't want to talk about Broner no more. I just want to catch on Triple G before I go, man.
Got a pretty long call, you do.
Even because y'all engage me a little bit, but I'm just gonna be real quick. Even if Floyd don't fight Triple G, he should thank Floyd Mayweather if he was to get an Andre Ward fight and win, because he finally did something people can just look at and say, finally, my nigga, you finally done something. We thankful for that. Even if you don't get a Floyd fight, you beat Andre Ward.
I still want an answer from you from that, though. I want to know. Do you think Floyd fights him if he really does what Floyd asks?
Hell no, probably not. Cause look at the way you got to go to 68.
Would you crucify him?
Then you got to come back to 150. No, I'm not justifying. I'm just saying.
I ain't say justify.
That's not.
I ain't say. I said, would you crucify? I ain't say justify.
No, because I'm not asking no other welterweight, no other guy to fight. Go up.
No one else is telling Gennady Golovkin to go up 2 divisions and fight Andre Ward.
It would be it's 2 divisions.
It's 2.
Think about
It's 2. Hold on. Ward is at 175.
If Ward drops to 168, he probably drain himself out a little bit.
Drop? Why would Ward drop? He's the bigger name. He ain't dropping.
He not the bigger name.
Oh, he
He
not
ain't
the bigger
standing
name.
out.
Listen, man, we out of here, Scorsese. You've been killed enough tonight. I'm gonna let you live.
Alright,
I'm gonna let you live. Let me see. We're gonna go to CT in Connecticut. Talk to me.
Hey, hold on one second. I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
My mic on?
Can you hear me? Hello?
We hear you, brother.
You there?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I don't see anything that Sullivan Barrera is gonna do that's gonna beat Ward this weekend. I just think. I mean, he's got size maybe, but on skill level, I don't see anything that he can do that's gonna be a threat. To that extent, and beating Andre Ward at all. So I'm looking at maybe a 10-2 type fight.
Man, nobody's going with the knockout, man. Can't Ward get a damn knockout?
I mean, he it could be. You know what I mean? He's going up in weight. He can get some extra power to that weight. So I mean, I think he's gonna. We'll see how he looks the first couple of rounds. He still might be a little rusty, or maybe getting used to the weight class. But as far as skill level, I think it's two different levels. I don't see why everybody's sitting there giving Barrera a good chance and all this other stuff. I think Ward's just that dude. So I'm picking Ward to win this weekend.
CT, question of the day. If Gennady does the plan that Floyd asks, does Floyd actually fight him?
Gotta do a poll. We gotta make a poll. Do a poll.
All right. Hey, actually, Luzzy, get on that. Put that poll out there. We've been having a heavyweight poll for a while, and the results are in. Anthony Joshua's in the lead with 39%, and my boy Deontay Wilder right behind him. So you already know.
Listen,
and
we got a
Fury, that's for sure.
listen. We got a lot of live listeners and a lot of people on YouTube I can see, and we do not have as many likes as we have listeners. Y'all need to hit it right now. Y'all are on. Clearly that like button is staring you in the face. Just hit it. Hit it. It don't do nothing.
And Ness is having a good show this week too, so you better like the show this week.
Let me see who we got on Skype. Anybody out there? It's like 100 people down here. Who we got?
Me?
Oh, yeah, Alex, talk to me.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Yo, I'm picking the KO, man. But for my boy Sullivan Barrera, man.
Yeah, but that doesn't
That's
count.
what's up.
You only picking him because he's Cuban and you Cuban,
Of course,
man.
I gotta pick with my heart, man.
You picking with your blood.
Of course, bro. I always go for the Cubans. I like Ward though, so it's hard because I really like Ward. But I'm going with Barrera because obviously I'm Cuban, and then if he wins, I'm like freaking the man, yo.
Yeah, but he looks so old. I was editing hours of footage. His face looks so tired.
I know, but
like he has such a hard life in Cuba.
Yeah, man, that's the son, bro. My mom's sister is like younger than her by like 5 years, and she looks like 20 years older. It's crazy, man. But hey, man, that doesn't matter because the guy got crazy conditioning, man. Like, have you seen his fights? For 7 rounds, he's throwing like 70 punches around. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. He's actually got really good conditioning. He's in really good shape. I can tell you that. So it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be a good fight, though. I think he's gonna challenge Ward more than people think. He's got good skill, man. Like I'm telling you, he's in really good shape, and he's trained by Able Chances, which doesn't mean much, but I mean, at least means that he's on top of his game. You know, like he's trying, and he's confident.
It'll mean a lot after this. If he can somehow get the win, it'll mean a whole lot.
It means a lot to me.
Listen, Alex, let me get to some calls. We gotta speed it up, and we got a late arrival over here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Enrique. Go ahead, jump in.
What's up, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, I just want to say I saw the fight too.
Just stay focused, stay working my jab, and using my fundamentals.
Has you playing right boxing voice. Because if you come to fight, then I'm gonna have to look for him. Has you playing right boxing voice.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Adrian Broner, that's sad news. I'm heartbroken by that. I don't know who else is, but I am. Such a celebrity to go out there pistol whipping people allegedly. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Mayweather called the news. I'm interested in that. Where's that from? Somebody said Mayweather called the news, the burning money, or the.
He either called Fight Hype or Fight Hype called him, and he was asked about Adrian Broner, and he gave
About
his
the charge? About the charge? Or
I'm
about
assuming-
the burning money?
I'm assuming it was about the Walmart thing. Well, Adrian Broner responded to the Walmart comments.
Yeah, I didn't like that Walmart thing either. He was going crazy. When I saw that, I was like, man, this guy's going crazy. And you know, I don't know what happens to the fight April 1st. Has he been detained? What's going on? No info on that. All right.
No info yet. Still new.
Yeah.
Well, all that they know is that there's been they've obtained some official documents. So as of right now, maybe there's a warrant out for his arrest. Doesn't mean that
It doesn't mean he won't. Yeah, it doesn't mean he won't make the day.
Right. That means they can knock on his door. But
Exactly.
yeah. So that's bad news for the fight. He got to hide out till the fight, and it might ruin him. Ashley Terpstain, whatever his last name is, might come off victorious because of that. But the Triple G versus Andre Ward to win in order to fight Mayweather, I like that conversation. But what does that do? Should that inspire Ward, if he beats Triple G, to then say, I'll go down and call out Floyd? Is that even a possibility, or is that an extreme casual thought?
Nah, because Ward and Floyd, they've said it numerous times. You know, these guys look up to Floyd. That's what Floyd don't understand, man. He don't understand it. He's like, yo, I mean, damn, he's Floyd Mayweather, dog. He's been the best for the last 20 years. Everybody looks up to him, but he don't get that. They just want advice. You know, they just want to be up under him.
He's
They
also
don't
the
know how to
bank.
do that.
He's also the bank. So if you got the Floyd Mayweather fight, that's a big check. That's a big job, you know. So yeah, I would think that Ward would be inspired.
All right, casual. I'm gonna go ahead and get to some of these callers. You know, we got a lot of them, so we're gonna go back out to Skype. We got a few new people here. We're gonna go to my man Alvaro. Alvaro, what up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, first time.
All right. Hey, brother, can you just either back away from the receiver just a little bit or turn down the volume just a little bit? But we're going to play this intro and just go ahead and introduce yourself.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
It's Alvaro from Portland, Oregon.
So what's on your mind, brother? Talk to us.
About Adrian, dude, that fool needs to grow up, dude. You know what I mean? He's got a bunch of kids. That's what he should be worrying about. And Floyd Mayweather, he can talk us, he can back it up. And Adrian hasn't done anything. He needs a new trainer. You know what I mean? Needs to get with what's his name? Algieri's trainer.
John David Jackson?
Yes, sir. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because that guy's like old school. You know what I mean? And I guess that's about it, man.
Well, all right. Thank you for calling
All right,
in.
thank you. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Boxing MD, talk to me.
So, Nes, I think you owe me an apology.
Well, refresh my memory, brother.
'Cause remember how hard you went out when I was bitching about the location of the Thurman Porter fight?
What do you mean?
Remember how I was complaining about? I was unhappy that I was at the Turning Stone Casino. Is that where it was originally?
No, it was Foxwood.
Connecticut.
All right, same idea, right? And not in a big city in a casino, right? And then a car accident happens that we all know it's sketchy, and Ken Porter's being weird about questions about it, and now it's in Brooklyn. So,
Well, that's not official yet, is it?
well, it's gonna be in New York City. They're not gonna put it back on the casino. But so when it is official, do you owe me an apology?
I mean, why would I be owing you an apology? Keith Thurman has pictures that he was in a car accident. And I don't really understand what you want. All we want is the fight.
Because
why do
my
we
point
care
was
about
that the fight made
location?
no sense of
And
being.
my point has always been why you care about location when they gave you the fight that you want.
And then they took it away because of a pseudo car accident. I mean, it's whatever. Ness.
No,
You
because
can
they heard guys like you complain about where it was at.
So they were listening to the Boxing Voice, and they listened to my opinion.
It doesn't have to be the Boxing Voice, but obviously they pay attention to social media. Haven't you?
So
been
that
paying
means
attention?
I was right that people didn't want to fucking travel out there. Ness.
All right. I'm not saying that you were not right. My argument still is I don't give a fuck where it's at. I'm a hardcore. All I want is the fight. The fight that they don't want to give us. The fight that's hard to make. I don't care where it's at. You care where it's at when you still going to watch it from your fucking couch. Are you going to travel?
You live in New York City.
Are you
live in a
New York? Are you coming?
Well, now that it's in Brooklyn, I might go to the city.
You better. You better. You know you can stay at my house.
I appreciate that, man. But anyways, is Beeb there or he's gone, right? Seems like he's gone.
He's gonna be gone, but he's
okay. So Beeb, here's the thing. I don't think you hate Canelo, but I know your personality. You just hate to be wrong, and I think you're so sold on the fact that Canelo is a hype job and not good that it clouds your reasonable boxing knowledge, right? That's my opinion. So you really are trying to make an argument that Marcos Maidana hits harder than Canelo? Is that really an argument you made?
I believe with all my heart.
Who has Marcos Maidana knocked out?
No, listen. He lost that poll by a lot. We put the poll out.
Okay, so all right. So let's move on from that because it's consensus. Also, you said that Andre Ward is going to move up to 175 and have more power and knock out Kovalev. Did you also not say that?
I didn't say he was going to knock out Kovalev. I said he was going to knock out Barrera, but I said he's going to be a knockout artist at 175.
How many fighters in the last, I don't know, 30 years have not been known as a puncher, move up in their 30s and become a puncher?
I'm sure if I do title, Beeb. He's coming at that title.
I'm sure if I look into it, I could find some. But I will concede. I will concede the point that the majority may not. Well, Tommy Hearns moved up in weight, and he was still knocking guys out.
Known as a puncher before.
Sugar Ray Leonard knocked out Donnie Lalonde at 175, coming up from 147.
So one guy. He had in his 30s. In his 30s.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, Andre Ward was probably known as less.
What else?
Sugar Ray Leonard has more knockout wins at a higher level.
You want to take a knee?
What?
I said you want to take a knee?
No, because Sugar Ray Leonard actually had confidence punches. No, that's not it. Sugar Ray Leonard had knockouts at welterweight prior. Andre Ward at super middleweight has had very few knockouts, and nobody thinks that he's a power.
Sugar Ray Leonard didn't knock out Marvin Hagler.
Boxing MD.
Okay, but
one thing's for sure is, you know I love you. I offered you a place to stay. Two things for certain. It's time to go.
Okay, let me pick this weekend's fights.
Let him finish.
Let me pick this weekend's fights. All right, my bad. I got Andre Ward, unanimous decision, and then I got not the Velez guy. What's the other guy he's fighting?
What guy?
Who's Jayson Velez fighting?
He's fighting Joseph Diaz Jr.
Well, he's not that good, but I think he's going to eke out a decision. Not that sold on him.
Nes.
Yep.
What were the results of that Maidana Canelo pull? Were they Canelo win overwhelmingly, or was it close?
Well, let me bring on our official poll taker, the Luzinator. Luzzy, talk to us.
What was the percentages there?
Yo, how's everyone doing tonight? Beeb, it was 69% Canelo, I believe, off the top of my head.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm still sticking by my guns, baby. I'm still sticking by my guns.
Pound for pound, Maidana has more power, but just overall power, who hits harder, it's probably Canelo. But anyways, I'm not going to talk too much.
I respect your opinion.
I'm not going to talk too much about the Broner Floyd thing. It's just too many fights this weekend.
Hey, Luzzy, back away or something. Like, you got a killer buzz with your mic there.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, well, I think that Andre Ward is going to win 11 rounds to 1 this weekend, maybe even a shutout, but you know how these judges is. They always give a round or two for no apparent reason, but I don't know. I think Ward looks good. He looks in shape. He doesn't look, because sometimes guys move up to the weight and they don't really look good, but I think Ward looks good. And did anyone see how much Dominic Wade, that sounds weird. He weighed in at 175 today at the 30-day weigh-in. Isn't that crazy? He's got to lose 15 pounds in 30 days.
That's not bad.
I mean, that's I don't know. I mean, 175
Dude,
pounds.
yo, 10 pounds of that is water weight, man. I mean, I know guys, professional fighters that
Triple
walk
G was at
around.
164 though.
What?
Triple G was at 164, 30-day weigh-in.
Hey, well, he might be smaller than we think, right? I mean, we've heard Triple G fans say that for a long time. But listen, I want to get to some other callers here. We got a lot of people. Plus Sullivan, he took Beeb out last week, so we got to get to Sullivan. He's got the title. Maybe Beeb could get his shot back.
He owes me an
Everyone
apology.
vote
What do you
that
mean he
poll
took
on
me
Twitter.
out? What do you mean he took me out? He owes me an apology.
Remember when he was saying, man, why you talking about whatever when you should be talking about whatever? I mean, he's gonna remind you. Sullivan ain't gonna he's not gonna win and not remind you.
He apologized to me. He was very disrespectful last week. He owes me an apology.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see. Make sure we're gonna double check on this Skype. We got the MIDI report. Talk to me, baby. Been holding on there pretty long, man. I do apologize. You know I love you, though.
Hey, no problem, man. So I didn't have much to talk about for this week, but since you guys started on that AB video, I didn't watch it, and I'm not usually a big fan of him. But I make you right, Nes. He's absolutely right to say what he's saying to Floyd, and it's good to see someone who's going to stand his own ground and tell him the truth, basically. And as for Floyd, I love to see him in the ring. He's a great fighter, but for me, he's got to make up his mind whether he wants to be retired or whether he wants to fight. If he's retired, I don't want him to talk about people having to fight Andre Ward, then come back down, or him fighting Danny Garcia. You're retired, stay retired, make your money, be good, and leave us alone. Yeah, just get in the ring if you need to fight. That's what I'm saying.
He's a promoter too, though.
My second point is for you, Nes. So a lot of people come hard at you, and we get frustrated sometimes with you. But I can tell you, for maybe the first 20 minutes of the show today, where you were not able to talk, I could see a lot of people on that chat saying, "Oh, where's Nes, man? Where is Nes?" And I've got to be honest. I get frustrated with you also sometimes, but we do notice the difference when the boss is not there. Yeah? So kudos to you.
You miss the voice of the people, huh?
Yeah, no, that's what I've heard, and that's what I've seen in those comments, right? But that's good, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And my very last point, you guys probably haven't caught that yet, and it's coming back to your episode around UK versus US and all that. There was the press conference for the Kevin Bizier versus Kell Brook fight today, and there was that American dude Jayson Gavin, the heavyweight, and he made a great comment at about 10 minutes into the press conference, saying that he's had to chase Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Promotion to get in business with him because the heavyweight division is all in the UK there. So he just wanted to get there, make some business with him because that's where the future of the division is. So just to give you an indication as where the heavyweight boxing scene is at, it seems like all the great fights are in the UK. So that's all for me, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, UK's doing their thing, and we're happy. My focus is on the entire sport. Let me see who else we got here. Speaking of the entire sport, before we take any more calls, you see, because I don't mind talking about it, but we have such a poor we just don't think about it, man. Because, look, Beeb is there, and you didn't talk that, Kell Brook is fighting Bizier. See, nobody cares. Nobody even wants to break the fight down.
Nick Blackwell, Chris Eubank Jr. this week, too, man.
Yeah, but look, it's an hour and 43 minutes, and now is when it's spoken about. It's not just me. You see what I'm saying? I just want the people to see.
You want to hear some great news? That
Sure.
Kell Brook is called. They want Tim Bradley next.
Yeah, but that's not great news. Listen, Kell Brook and Eddie Hearn saying that they want to fight somebody. How is that news? They've been saying they want to fight somebody. They've been saying they want to fight Amir Khan. How good that go for them? They've been saying they want to keep Thurman. How good that go for them?
But
wait, I got one more for you. They've been saying they wanted Brandon Reels. How'd that go for them? They can say whatever they want. They want to stay relevant. They want to stay relevant. Fact of the matter is, You don't want to admit he's fighting nobody Saturday night, and you didn't even
Oh,
remember
I do
to
admit
talk
it.
about it. You didn't even
I said
remember
it this
to talk about it. Mr. UK. And I'm using air quotes, Mr. UK, you didn't even remember to talk about Kell Brook because that fight is irrelevant. He's irrelevant. He's held the title hostage, and you keep backing him. But week after week, week after week, I prove it. Week after week, I prove it.
So is he supposed to vacate his title? That's his mandatory.
The first guy in history to have 3 mandatories, I bet. Right, Mario?
Talk to the IBF. Talk to the IBF. They're doing this to him.
IBF, Schmidef. When Canelo Alvarez wants to make a super fight, he tells Mauricio Sulaiman, I'm making a super fight. I'm Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
And he fought Amir Khan. If Kell Brook wants to make a super fight with Tim Bradley, believe me, that the IBF will allow him to unify. You know the rules like I know the rules. But listen, if you want to use the gunshot, I could do that. If you want to be killed live on stage, it's okay.
I'm not defending Kell Brook. I never defended Kell Brook. I bleed UK blood. That's what I bleed.
Won't you bleed some UK blood right now? Break that fight down for us so they can be happy.
Why don't we talk about James DeGale and Tyson Fury?
No, break that fight down for us so they can be happy because I don't want to overlook their segment. Nick Blackwell's also fighting. It's going to be the first time I see Nick Blackwell. He's been doing a lot of talking. Eubank's been doing a lot of talking. We'll see. Last time my friend Stewart told me Nick Blackwell was not domestic level, so we shall see if he graduates.
No, he's another one. He's another one of those guys that's tough, that's gritty, that's a grinder, that's going to bring it to Chris Eubank. So Chris Eubank is going to be pushed physically in this fight. So he's going to have to be on his toes. It's the same similar situation with Flanagan and Derry Matthews. This guy Blackwell is not as polished as Chris Eubank Jr., not as sharp, but he's a scrapper. He's a guy that's tough, and he's going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at Chris Eubank, and he's not going to get discouraged. So he's going to have to go out on his shield. That's the only way he's getting taken out in this fight, and he's a pretty durable guy as well. So the big question mark will be not if Chris Eubank Jr. is going to win, but how he's going to win.
Well, listen, I want to see him win by at least knockout or hurt Nick Blackwell. I've heard on this show numerous times how much power Chris Eubank has, and that if he ever, and he himself has said if he fights Gennady, I think he said he hurt him. So I want to see that. And I want to ask anyone that cares about me, even though I may say some harsh things about the UK every now and then, if you want to send me a link to the fight so that I can be able to watch it, please do so. If you don't, I'm not watching. It's just that simple. If it's not accessible, it's not. Kell Brook, on the other hand, will be on Showtime. So thank you, Showtime, for playing that international fight.
And honestly, I'm not real excited about that fight. And I want to see Kell Brook in a big fight as well. But it's going to happen next. Eddie Hearn said it's going to happen. I believe Eddie.
Yeah, well, we're going to go back out to these phone lines here. We got a bunch of new Skype calls. We're going to go to, what is this? Oh, we got our Australian correspondent, our first Australian correspondent. Well, actually, no, because we had James Gross for a good time, but then he got rich and started buying like $1,000 flight, $7,000. Remember that $7,000 flight he bought to go to Mayweather Packer? Jesus Christ, our listeners, we have the best listeners. Anyway, Mickey Caparelli, all the way in Australia. Talk to us, brother.
Hey, Nes, how's it going?
Great, man. Great job on that Lucas Brown interview. For all of you that have seen it, both either in its written form or on video and audio on YouTube, this is Mickey. He did a great job with Lucas Brown. Talk to us, brother.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I just wanted to start with my predictions for this weekend. Yeah, so Ward Barrera, we got Ward. It's a late stoppage, round 11. I think his speed will come across and it'll just look good. And Kell Brook and Bizier, I guess, same deal. Don't really know much about Bizier, but I think Kell Brook should get him in the late rounds. And Eubank, Nick Blackwell, I'm predicting 9th round knockout. I like Eubank against Bucko Sullivan when they last fought. And yeah, that's that. And also that Twitter poll, man, with with the heavyweights. I think I'm the only person that went for Tyson Fury. But it looks like he's coming back, though.
19% is what Tyson Fury got. The quote-unquote best heavyweight in the world, according to Beeb.
Well, those 19% were the same ones that said Klitschko was going to beat him, too, right? Well, the other people, I'm not that 90%, but the other people are picking everyone else. They all said that Klitschko was going to beat him.
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of boxing IQ, you're cutting out.
We hear you, Mickey. Keep going. We hear you.
Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, and then, yeah, I just think Tyson Fury's got the best boxing IQ in the business. And it's hard to see him losing. And I think, Peter Fury's a great trainer as well. He knows how to read his opponents. In between rounds, I like what he says to Tyson Fury. Yeah. Wait, you guys keep cutting out.
We're here, brother. We hear you loud and clear. But Mickey, we're gonna keep it moving. We do have a lot of callers, man.
Yo,
Cameron, talk to.
Can you hear me?
Yo,
I got a fact.
What do you think? I didn't have that? Like, I didn't have that ability? Is that Boxing MD? You young whippersnapper, you.
I love Boxing MD.
Jump in the line like that when I got all these people over here. I got my man.
He's like he talks so much crap about me, but he's like my favorite caller. I have to admit it.
Phil Thrill, what's going on, brother? Talk to us. Uh-oh, I think Phil Thrill went snoring on us. Ali from Dago, talk to us. Ali.
Yeah. What's going down?
Man, you had me nervous, man.
Oh, what's up with y'all, man? How's everybody doing?
Man, we good, man. I'm definitely happy to be here. You excited about this War Barrera or what?
Yes, I am, and I'm going with my boy Andre Ward stopping Barrera. I think he stops him. I don't know what round, but I think he's going to make a statement in this fight. But I think he's going to have a little bit of trouble early on, but he's eventually going to stop Barrera. And I got Kell Brook beating Bizier. And Mayweather's fucked up for that AB shit, too. And AB, I know y'all heard about that shit about him getting arrested and shit.
Yes, sir. Well, they didn't say he was arrested yet, but that there is a warrant for his arrest, right?
Oh, okay. Right, yeah. Because I kept, on YouTube, I kept saying AB about burglary. But yeah, AB doing his thing. But that's pretty much all I got.
Assault and battery. AB about assault and battery.
All right, Ali. Thanks for calling in, man. Yeah, man, that's so weird, man. I hope it's not true. I really do hope that it is not true. Let's see what we got here. Some more headlines, right? This Lomachenko-Walters. Lomachenko's putting money where his mouth is to lure Walters in. So we all know the featherweight title holder Vasyl Lomachenko, with very few fights, quickly became a champion because of his background. Is promoted by Bob Arum in Top Rank. They've been trying to make this fight between Nicholas Walters for some time to put it on HBO on June 11th at the theater in Madison Square Garden. And it's looking like things are getting a little close. And I quote, they're saying that the Axeman, they're trying to get the Axeman to agree to the terms to fight Lomachenko, but it is proven to be difficult. What do you guys think about this fight?
I love this fight. I've loved it from the moment they talked about it. I just loved it more when it actually meant something in the featherweight division. Like, as it stands, what does it really mean? Like, how good is Walters? Like, really, how good is he? Lomachenko has this pedigree, and so when they were in the featherweight division, it was kind of like Walters was this guy who was a hard hitter and quickly rising up the division, doing what Lomachenko wants to do the hard way. Lomachenko, on the other hand, is kind of like this prize pedigree type guy. So it was an interesting dynamic. Now it just seems like two guys that think they are much too big, and especially Walters, much too big, or much bigger than they should be. Right now, Bob Arum has it tapped for June 11th. If it can get done, and he wants it to take place at the theater in Madison Square Garden. It's funny how it's going to be at the theater, even though he keeps saying that it's one of the biggest fights in boxing. I love the fight. I think it'd be an interesting style
meaning
match.
Only 4,000. I mean,
Exactly.
you got to let people know what you mean by that, because
Oh yeah,
4,400 seats.
The the theater is the smaller portion of the Madison Square Garden arena. It's usually used for fights that can't draw the fights in the Madison Square. And listen, I'm not picking on the fight. I'm just saying that, Bob Arum's consistently called it one of the biggest fights in all of boxing, and yet, indicators suggest otherwise. But listen, if the fight can't be made, I'm much more worried about that in terms of what both these guys would have on the docket. You can't force anyone else's hands. We all know the situation the top rank is in, but from a style matchup, it's so interesting. You have the power that Walters possesses, and then you have the ability that Lomachenko possesses. I really, truly believe that it'd early on be like a cat and mouse game in a sense, where neither fighter wants to tip their hand, but I think eventually we'd see some really great fireworks, and it could be, a nod to some of those old classic lighter weight showdowns, big action. Beeb?
Well, Arum says that they're far apart. I don't even know what weight the fight would be at, if it would be at a catch weight, because Walters is having problems with 126. They fought his last fight at 130. And there's questions about him being strong at 130. So if he goes back down to 126, or even he goes down to 128, will he lose some of his strength? So I think the fight's still intriguing, but I think it's lost a little bit of its luster, because Walters had that kind of competitive draw. I thought he won, but I thought it was a competitive fight, and we thought that he was gonna, dominate that fight. So he didn't dominate that fight, and now he's having this issue in terms of agreeing to the purse. So I don't know. I still want to see the fight. I still pick Lomachenko to win the fight, but we have to kind of figure out if that power is for real, and if that power would show up in a fight against Lomachenko, then we could probably say it's for real.
Just to clarify, Beeb, the fight actually, Bob Arum has said that it will not be at featherweight. He is currently negotiating outside of the featherweight division.
Yeah, and also to be a little more clear, Lomachenko's saying that if money is the problem and you're not getting enough money, well, let's fight. If you win, I will personally pay you from my purse $300,000.
Put up or shut up.
So yeah, Lomachenko wants this fight.
Yeah, but that's if you win. I believe in Nicholas Walters' power, and I saw him beat Nonito Donaire. I don't know who Lomachenko beat, so maybe.
But you are a casual fan.
Yeah, but I'm letting you know, though. I know Nicholas Walters has power. I believe in his power, like B believes in Maidana's power. So yeah, I like that fight a lot, and I hope Walters wins.
I believe in the chin of Orlando Salido more than I believe in the chin of Nonito Donaire. So that being said, the Walters
What about
win.
Jayson Sosa? What about that Jayson Sosa fight? Did you think that power showed up there?
Well, I mean, I definitely felt he won that fight. I don't think it was a draw.
I thought he won, but he hit him with everything but the kitchen sink, and the guy was still standing and coming at him. So I don't know. That made me think a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
That's good.
Well, Lomachenko definitely never showed me any power. He showed me good ring generalship and a piston-like jab. Let's get to some other callers, and we'll get back to this convo. Kendo, talk to me, Kendo.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What up? What up?
Obviously, I mean, I wanted to just talk about that shit with AB. First of all, I know the new news with the assault shit. I mean, they haven't proven anything yet, and him even being in Cincinnati, man, he's just a walking opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So it may they may come to prove that he didn't have anything to do with it, but I see a lot of people taking the opportunity to act as if he did it. So I would just wait a while on that, and that was January, so I wonder why this didn't happen sooner. But the Floyd shit is obvious. Anybody you call your brother, I mean, you call them your brother because they can come to you and tell you shit when you fucking up. So, Floyd just fuck Floyd. I said that a few months ago. I think with the Ward fight, I think that's going to be closer than a lot of people think. I think Barrera's going to take the first few rounds, but I think think he may get knocked out in the 7th, but I think it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. I consider it a step up for both fighters. The war's been off for a while, but that's all, man. I'm here listening to work, so I got to get back to work.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for tuning in while you're at work. We truly appreciate that. Loyal listeners, always and out. Matter of fact, you get some coins for that, man. Anybody that's in, in some traffic, getting out of work, you on that treadmill, working out, you on that track, doing some laps. We appreciate you tuning in and downloading. Every download counts. We appreciate it very much. Jay Will from Columbus, Ohio, talk to us.
Yeah. What's up, Nes? What's up, man? What's good, y'all, man? Yeah, I'm gonna touch on first with the Adrian Broner Mayweather's topic real quick. I'm gonna touch on the latest event real quick because I'm from Columbus, but I'm actually living in Cincinnati right now. So this whole incident, everybody here in Cincinnati, we've been new about it. So what actually went down is that he was gambling with some older guys, some older dudes who well known throughout the city, and they got some money, and I think it was bowling for like $5,000 a game at the alley, and I guess Broner being Broner, he's talking his stuff, and he ended up losing, and he's a sore loser, and he didn't really want to cash him out, and things got ugly outside the bowling lane. So that's the story that's going around the city here in Cincinnati. But now as far as the whole
So hold on, I'm sorry, y'all knew about this way before? So y'all this has been going around for some time?
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody's been known about this whole incident happening at the bowling alley for a while. I mean, it's just surprisingly that he's finally now being brought up on charge. We didn't think that was really what happened because nobody really got. I mean, it was a little scuffle. There was no shots fired. Nobody really got seriously damaged. It was a lot of pushing and shoving, and that's really pretty much it. But I'm just not. But everybody's kind of shocked that now that the charges are being pressed and it's kind of close to the fight. So. That's the main thing. But as far as the Mayweather Broner thing, if you call yourself a real person, you can't call Mayweather. You can't say he's not a hypocrite. I mean, at the end of the day, man, this dude, he calls this man his little brother, and I don't know, Carlos Scorsese, whatever. He was really pissing me off because he couldn't look at it from any other angle except for defending Mayweather's angle. And nobody's saying that Mayweather is still not a great fighter, but as a person, man, you can't be out here saying, somebody's your genuine friend, and then when somebody asks you a question about him, you cut him down like a dog, and you don't want to talk to the friend first. And that's the whole concept, I think, that Nes and Beeb was trying to really belabor on the point is that, if you really got a problem with what I'm doing, as a friend, you can always come and talk to me. But don't let the first time you speak on my wrongdoings be to somebody else before you come to me first as a friend. And that's it. And that's just being real. My pick for the Ward, Barrera fight, I'm going with Ward, but it's going to be a boring. I can't say boring. Ward's going to get touched, and he's going to realize these boys can really hit. This is a step up. So he's going to be real cautious. He's going to jab, stay away, do just enough to win. He's really not going to put on a performance because I don't think he's going to. I think he's really going to see what it's like to fight at least a top 5, 175 pounder, and that's really it. That's my call. That's it.
Jay Will, man, beautiful call. Thank you for that inside info, all the way from the Nat Town in Columbus, Ohio, getting us that Cincinnati info. Thank you. Class and Bound, talk to us.
Hey, what's up, dudes? Just listening to the show. So, man, it's crazy. So, first of all, just 2 quick things, about this whole, Broner and Mayweather thing. I think people just really need to look at the perspective of whenever we look at a situation that causes controversy, we're quick to pick sides and, we really enjoy casting stones at people out from our computers and from our safe havens when we see people's problems and drama unfold in front of us. And so it's easier to ridicule them. But if we were to get put on blast, like let's say on something like Facebook or Twitter in front of everyone, we'd be so upset talking about, oh, how effed up is that? Like that person has no standards. And, you know, not a lot of us like AB, but the point is that he has a point here that, like, you know, you can't, that's two-faced. Like, you can't be doing that. Like, that's really messed up and just, like, that's childish. And as for Ward and Barrera, you know, like, I'm obviously picking Ward. Barrera's got a really good inside game. His uppercut is absolutely vicious, but he looks physically strong, but I don't know what else I could really say about that. Kell Brooks fighting his mandatory. I mean, why isn't Kell Brooks fighting like whatever happened with the Diego Chavez fight? Like, I'll be honest, ever since Porter, I didn't know anything about anyone Kell Brooks has fought in the last like 3 or 4 fights.
Yeah, man. Only Beeb knows him. Beeb, he's asking you a question, Beeb.
Very, very bad resume after beating Porter. It's not the greatest. What can we say?
Like, is it just a problem with the promotion? Because, like, he's working with Eddie Hearn, and, like, I've seen what he's done with Anthony Joshua, so it's like, oh, okay, if he can get those fights with Anthony Joshua, why can't he do it for Kell Brook? Like,
well, Kell had a couple mandatories he had to take care of. And other than that, though, I was hoping for something big. I was hoping for something big. I was definitely hoping for something big. But what can I say? I didn't get it.
It's fine. Like, Kell Brook, I feel like he will get a fight at some point, so I'm not too upset. Like, it'll happen at some point. Just like some fighters always go through this slump, and I'm willing to hold off for that now. As for what else is going on? Oh, okay. So one thing, I do have a question for you guys. So we were talking a bit about who was it? About like the whole Floyd, you know, giving Triple G an ultimatum. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Come on now. Like, logically, let's think about this. Let's say Triple G was to fight Andre Ward. What weight would that take place at? Like, let's be honest. What weight would that take place at?
168.
It would have to be at the weight of Ward's choosing because he's the bigger fighter at this moment.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily either. Wait a minute, because I don't want to get killed on these. Not necessarily. Obviously, Triple G selling a lot of tickets, which is something that we should be talking about. They just opened up a new section of $30 tickets. But Ward is the bigger name, let's say. So it seems like he may be the A side in the negotiations.
Is Ward the bigger name, or is he the more accomplished fighter?
Well, he's definitely the more accomplished fighter, which probably makes him the bigger name. I mean, does the casual fan know Triple? I mean, I don't know. At this point, it's tough. Triple G's making a name for himself, even though that pay-per-view even though the pay-per-view didn't do well. People know him, so like I think people know who's Triple G. I don't know. This is tough. Ward's gonna have to make a good impression Saturday. That's why this fight is important.
To me, more people know Triple G.
But that being said, though, this is all hypothetical. Let's say this fight takes place. Let's say Triple G does win, or Ward wins, or whatever. Like, in what universe would it be okay for him to take that fight? Because I would think Triple G would have to move up from 160 to meet Ward somewhere, and then he'd have to come all the way back down to 154 or lower to fight Floyd, because Floyd's not making 160 soaking wet. So we know these talks are complete garbage. Like, none of this talk is true. It's just Floyd's still trying to stay relevant. Like, and unfortunately, like, it's just showing how relevant he still is, because people still talk about him. Anything he says, like, honestly, he could wipe his butt with like a dollar bill, and it makes it makes headlines. Like, it's ridiculous, and people just need to stop and focus on what the bigger picture is. Like, eventually, Triple G and Ward, I mean, you can't duck someone who's in your who's not in your weight class. Like, let's get that out of the way. Andre Ward is moving up to 175. Triple G is still focused on 160. So, like, we need to stop with the Ward Triple G talks. Even though I do agree, if Abel Sanchez and Triple G wanted to bring Ward into their mouth and didn't want to put up, then they shouldn't have mentioned Ward in the first place. But I mean, other than that, that's all I really got. Is there anything else?
No, that's it, brother. Well, thanks for calling in, Class and Bound. York City. Oh man, this is Castle Hill. Damn, Castle Hill. I fell asleep on you again. You've been there and been asking. Apologize.
Yo,
And you
it ain't
and you a
nothing.
pound for
I've been
pound
waiting.
too. Oh my God, I feel ashamed right now.
Fucking an hour and 20 minutes. It ain't nothing though. I'm not gonna be mad at you. We still cool. Listen though, fucking couple of things I just want to touch on. In terms of Mayweather with this Golovkin thing, that's pipe dreams. He's never gonna fight Golovkin. Talking about going up to 175 and then drop back down. Who said some ridiculous, motherfucking preposterous shit like that? It doesn't even make any sense. So I'm not really paying any attention to that. In terms of him and Broner, you know, I'm from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? You're from Newark, and, you know, in the streets, bottom line is Mayweather was wrong, and he's a bitch-ass nigga for fucking doing what he did in terms of talking bad about Broner when he, you know, supposedly was his little brother. So that's that. I can't believe that he's in trouble for what he's in trouble for. Hopefully that gets cleared up and the fight goes through. Want to touch on the thing that B was talking about earlier. I think Maidana does hit harder than Canelo. I'm talking about on a one-punch power basis. So I don't know. The poll did, you know, whatever, might have been 70-30, whatever you guys said, but I agree with Beeb on that. And one more thing that I want to talk to you about, this is really what I called in for, and that's is I was in your house the other day. We talked about, you know, Deontay going out to Russia and how I thought it was worth $12 million or more to win that bid and bring that fight to the United States for PBC to do that, because Deontay's an important piece of that whole formula, you know. And you told me, you know, that they shouldn't have done it because the Russian guy was, you know, willing to put it in more if necessary. But I think that they should have put at least 15 or whatever. But the point is this: this guy, Lucas Brown, just tested positive for whatever the fuck he did out in Chechnya or you know, one of these you know, Russian countries. And that's what I told you that day in your house. Don't you think it would be worth it to protect Deontay from a possible, you know, somebody, like a lot of people believe that his shit could have been contaminated. You know, even Lou DiBella came out defending Big Daddy, talking about, you know, that shit could have been contaminated, and that even if the B side comes back, I'm positive that, you know, he gives them the benefit of the doubt. So I ask you again this time live on your show, and that's do you not think that it would have been worth it to pay $15 million to bring Deontay to the United States to fight Povetkin and not let that fight go to Russia?
Lucas Brown is not. Lucas Brown is not.
Bomb Squad! Yo, shoot yourself, bro, and give me a couple of coins.
Shoot myself?
Yeah, Lucas Brown. Go ahead, continue.
I said Lucas Brown is not Bomb Squad. Like, you know who that is, right?
That's it.
That's all I have to say.
That doesn't mean.
That's all I have to say. One has better. We ain't gonna need drug. When have we needed drug testing for Deontay Wilder?
There is drug testing for the fight.
Listen, Deontay is gonna come back positive?
$15 million to bring him to the United States, considering how the Russians get down.
Nah, man. Listen, I don't think so, man.
Nah, not worth it.
I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. I don't think so, though.
Tyson Fury, you know what Tyson Fury said after his fight with Klitschko? He said he didn't want to drink anything because he was you know, afraid that something could be contaminated too. So again, there's been a lot of shady stuff going on out there. So
a lot of people
man.
have made those claims before, Beeb. A lot of fighters, and so listen. I mean, I've never been there. I wouldn't know, but all I'm saying is that, you know, I don't know.
A lot of people have been popping up positive over there. That's what they've been saying. I don't know how, you know.
They give it to you off the plane. They give it to you off the plane.
Know, man.
It's in the number one of McDonald's over there.
Yeah, but the problem is this: he's not making it about Russia. As always, it's a PBC Al Heyman thing. Like, shouldn't they have done this? Shouldn't they have done that? They didn't do this. They never right. They never right. Before this,
yeah, but they should have bid. They should have outbid them.
Look, they should have. All these guys, you know, all these guys with these Fortune 500 fucking companies, I swear, I swear, I love
but
how you guys call
why
in.
you happy with the fight going to Russia though? Wouldn't you have liked it to be in Barclays so you can go to it?
I am 100% happy with it at Russia. You know why? Because
Really?
I'm gonna explain to you why. Because all he's got to do is win, which is something I thought he would do already, right?
Me too. Me too.
But now all he's got to do is win over there, and no one can ever say nothing until he loses. Because guess what? He's a true champion. He went and defended his title outside. With everybody, because that's their excuse. Oh, Deontay Wilder's over there fighting bums. He's hiding in America.
No, but my
Do you
point
think
is,
Anthony Joshua had any influence over that?
No.
None. Okay.
It was always.
just a question.
Listen, it was always Povetkin. He was always the mandatory. He was the one that didn't want to make the fight.
Okay.
It was always.
But let me
Povetkin.
ask you this though. I'm just saying the people that are invested in Deontay Wilder, you know, the PBC people. Wouldn't they have gotten behind him and tried to bring this, give him the best opportunity, put him in the best situation?
I don't know. You tell me. Who's a bigger name, Durrell or Deontay Wilder?
Deontay Wilder.
And they bid $3 million for Durrell, and they bid $5-something million for Deontay Wilder. I mean, you guys are acting like you got $1 million. Is it nothing to throw $2 million around? That's what it is. When Floyd is paying guys $2 million to fight. Manny is the one giving other guys $5 million. Let's just be clear. Let's put things into perspective.
I mean, if I was part of Deontay
$5 million
Wilder,
isn't enough, huh? $5 million isn't enough.
I don't know. I'm just surprised they were outbid. That's all. I'm just being honest. I was surprised they were outbid.
I mean, where was everybody making? Hey, Mario, did these same people have pitchforks and fire out when Vladimir Klitschko lost that bid?
Nope.
Listen, this is a classic case of poker, man. I mean, I swear, I don't know what world I live in with you people. Why would you go in there and try to play big guns when you already seen these guys coming? The last time someone thought they was going to win a purse bid, what was the purse bid amount? You do me the favor of telling our casual listeners how much Vladimir Klitschko's team lost that purse bid for. How much? Go ahead, tell us, please. Oh, you're not going to say it?
I mean, I don't think anybody. I mean, you have those numbers off the top of your head.
I mean, but you don't remember how much Povetkin's team paid? Wasn't it like $25 million?
Listen,
for that fight?
I'm gonna help you out because we don't even need those specifics. It happens all the time. Guys come under. Like, there's no math. Like, there's no formula to this.
I just hate that it's a point of the finger thing, man.
No. But listen, to support your point though, there is no formula for it. There's no it's not a science. People come in and they come in way under. Some people come in way over. Look at what was the Jay-Z one? Does anybody remember the numbers on the Peter Quillen one? Like some people were like, oh my God, they way overpaid. And you come in and you hope for the best. You don't want to look like a fool but people look like fools all the time.
No, remember back then, Peter Quillen was chastised. Oh, it's $2 million. He never got $2 million. He's ducking. Now this one is $2 million more than Durrell, but it's a little bit of money. Man, fucking guys, man. I don't understand, man. Why, God, hear my prayers.
The heavyweight champion of the world, though. Durrell wasn't the heavyweight champion of the world, bro.
Freaking boxing fans that love boxing, not these bitter, bored.
I'm not bitter, man. I am being honest. So you weren't surprised at all that they were outbid. You weren't surprised.
I am not. I said that. We said that on the show. Who's gonna go up against these guys with this big money?
All right, man. He's the heavyweight champion of the world. I just thought they would have done something different.
And Povetkin has been the heavyweight contender of the world, and he beat the
champion. He's been a champion too. He's been a champion before.
Listen, Beeb, put this into perspective. Povetkin is who he is, right? And he beat the then reigning, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in the purse bid. He beat a well more established guy, a guy that is used to selling 60,000 tickets every time he fights. That's who he beat. Put that into perspective. Why you guys not thinking about that? These people are capable of doing what they did.
When you bring Klitschko into the argument, I have to concede your point. That's a good point.
Very simple mathematics. Let me see. Did we get to 917? 917. Did we get to you? Oh yeah, that is
me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me wrap it up, Nes. Nah, look, I wasn't calling in to hate, bro.
I'm in favor of the PBC. I just thought that they could have put in a little bit more into that bid. You know, I love boxing, and I'm not calling it for negativity. So watch yourself, bro. But other than that, let me get in my picks, and I'll let you go. I got I'm gonna take Andre, but I think it's gonna be a tougher fight than expected because I'm gonna take Andre because of the speed. I'm gonna take Velez over Diaz in an upset because I think Velez is more seasoned and he's pretty fucking good and he's being overlooked here. And of course I'm Puerto Rican, so and then I'm gonna take
I'm glad you said it and not me.
I'm gonna take that fucking bum, Kell Brook. I mean he's not a bum. I really like him and I think he's a pretty good fighter, but he's fighting Jojo, Dan, and fucking what is it, Geese, Frankie Gavin, or whoever the fuck it is, and Albizier. Come on, man, get your fucking game up. So, you know, that's pretty much
Two
it.
mandatories, though. Two
And,
mandatories. Two
I wasn't going into
mandatories.
hate, so watch your mouth. Talk to you later.
Whatever. You wasn't calling in to hate. Let me ask you something really quick. Anyone on my panel, let's see who's going to be the smartest and the fastest. When you win a world title, what does that make you?
A champion.
A what, though? What kind of a champion?
A world champion.
And when you're a world champion, what do these fickle-ass boxing fans insist you do?
Defend it.
Go overseas. Go overseas. And
Defend it what?
Overseas.
Regularly.
Or globally, internationally?
Globally, yeah, sure. Overseas.
Now the man is doing it, and oh no, they should have paid more. I'm never going to be happy. Sullivan, the scholar, who now holds the TBV.
He lost last week.
You're like heavyweight, right? Oh, Beeb is actually heavyweight right now. Hold on, Sullivan.
Beeb is a heavyweight.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Beeb, you gotta give him his call. Sullivan, handle the background noise, baby.
Yeah, I'm trying the best, man. I'm trying the best.
All right, I just want to go ahead and introduce you as the current heavyweight, because Beeb went up in weight. Beeb is about 210 right now, and you beat him last week. You're the new heavyweight champ, TBV. Beeb, weren't you on the show for the past 2 hours? Could Sullivan get his call?
A lot of disrespect from my host.
A two-time British champion is gonna fight for the Commonwealth Championship in England. Also, you don't know Ashley Theophane. Ashley Theophane is a great fighter. He got fluid hand speed. I mean, he fought Danny Garcia. I mean, it was a split decision. Okay?
Sullivan, let me ask you a question, Sullivan. I'm gonna ask you a serious question right here, live on the Boxing Voice. Do you think that you could be a better UK correspondent than the Beeb?
No.
Yes, you can.
No way. No way. He's reading BoxRec right now.
Sullivan, I say you do it right now. This is the Thunderdome. I say you come at, take a title shot. Take a title, because he doesn't want to respect. He doesn't want to respect your win from last week. Look. He keeps interrupting. You got him nervous.
He doesn't have the fights sent to him every week like I do. Sullivan, who sends you the fights? Who sends you the UK fights?
Blackwell, a current British champion that has a regional Lonsdale belt. He's going to defend it against
He's reading BoxRec.
The kid with the bolo punches. They only lost to Billy Joe Sanders Jr. Okay, this is the guy that's an interim, ex-interim WBA champion, and this guy he's mentioning guys like Shannon Briggs, an old cornball that could sit on the sofa on a rocking chair. I mean, this is what pisses people off. You know, you want to hear about current fighters that are. You know what I'm saying?
Sullivan, did Shannon Briggs go to the UK last week?
Hold on, Sullivan. Let's be fair. So, Sullivan. Hold on. Sullivan, hold on, Beeb. I'm trying to control this. Sullivan, we're gonna be fair. You just got a minute, Beeb. Relax. Look at Beeb. He looks like a little pit bull. Relax, Beeb. You can get away from the mic.
He's making no sense. He's making no sense.
Sullivan, you had your turn. It's Beeb's turn. Beeb, go, but stop interrupting him, Beeb. Go. I'm using the timer.
All I said last week was Shannon Briggs went to the UK looking for David Hay. That's all I said. And I said he sat down with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn was saying, oh, I can get you this fight, I can get you that fight, I can get you this. Whoever said Shannon Briggs was the best heavyweight in the world. Whoever said he was a top-level heavyweight at this point in his career, you got it twisted, bro. You got it twisted. For you to get so mad because I said Shannon Briggs went to the UK, which was a fact. He went to the UK, and he sat down with Eddie Hearn, which was another fact. Why did that piss you off so much, dude? And Shannon Briggs isn't even he's not even a UK fighter. So you're saying, oh, you should be talking about other UK fighters. What the fuck are you talking about? Shannon Briggs is American. So I'm not talking about a UK fighter. All I said was he sat down with the biggest promoter in the UK. That's news. That means something. Jesus Christ. Fucking people get so emotionally attached to stupid shit and they get mad. The fuck?
All right. Well, wow. That was a heated discussion. Is Sullivan still on?
The kid got so mad because I said that friggin' Shannon Briggs went over to the UK. How does that? Why would that make anybody angry? That makes no sense. I know Nick Blackwell's fighting friggin' Chris Eubank Jr. this weekend.
Sullivan, you there? Sullivan's dropped off, Nes?
I don't know. Ness isn't even there, I don't think.
I don't think Nes is there. Nes? Okay,
Talking about Gary. He's talking about Gary Sykes. Gary Sykes is a big fighter.
Relax, you had a long. Hold on, Sullivan.
But he's a domestic level fighter.
Babe,
let's let Sullivan get off.
Let's let him go. Sullivan, hold on, all right?
Yeah, what's up?
You heard everything Beeb said, right? You ready to retaliate or what?
Yeah, man. He's talking nonsense, man. Gary Sykes fought for the championship twice. He came back. He lost the championship the first time, got knocked out.
He's a domestic level fighter.
Let's let him get off.
For the second time, Gary Sykes, and now he's going to fight for the Commonwealth Championship. These guys, all these guys are a bunch of prima donnas. They don't want to fight their belts right now. If Cotto and all these guys want to fight at 155, why they don't fight Liam Smith? He's a British champion, freshly brand new.
What does this have to do with Shannon Briggs?
What
does all this have to do with Shannon Briggs?
So they stripped him for the belt. Now he's the champion, and he's up for grabs. So why all these guys that want to be world champion, like Floyd Mayweather, talking around that baloney, right? Why he don't fight Liam Smith? This is what we got to talk about. This is what British correspondents got to do. You got to hype fighters from England, from British, that got world championship. So these American lazy-ass fighters will fight them. And this is what we want to hear. I don't want to hear about no Shannon Briggs, the old cornball that's sitting in the bar trying to stop fights with people.
Why does that bother you so much?
Why
are you interrupting him, Beeb?
You know what I'm saying? I want to hear guys about Lucas Brown. I want to hear guys like Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys I want to hear about. I don't want to hear about no.
We already talk about those guys.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, I'm gonna have to let you guys go, okay?
All right.
You guys have to keep it.
Gary Sykes is gonna lose to Luke Campbell this weekend.
No self-control for the Beeb. Jeez Louise.
I'm like you when someone hits a nerve, I go at it.
But I mean, it's a fair fight. We set up a fair fight so that you can get that off, and you still interrupt him.
But he loses. You know why he loses? Because he says, let's talk about other UK fighters. Shannon Briggs is not a UK fighter, Nestor.
I understand that, B, but the thing is, you have to let the listeners, the chat, indicate the winner. You can't be the guy that's debating and also be the judge. You can't be the judge, the jury, and the prosecutor.
Ness, he had headgear on. That was a sparring session. He had headgear on.
And that's fine, but we had a mitigator. We had the plaintiff and the defendant. Mario was playing judge.
All right, so
I was being the bailiff.
Remember everything you're saying right now when Georgie comes on in a couple of minutes.
Listen, I'll give anybody a fair shot at the kid. I'm the Dominican Nightmare. I'm capable. Listen. Let me remind for all my new listeners. Let me remind who the Dominican Nightmare is. Okay, I'm the same guy that said, you know what? I'm gonna quit smoking cigarettes, and like that next day, done. I'm the same guy that said, I'm gonna get in shape.
But anyone that gets that mad when you mention,
later, here I am.
All right, but anyone that gets that mad when you mention a fighter's name, there's something wrong emotionally with somebody. Like if you say a fighter's name, like I don't like Adrian Broner, but if you mention his name, I'm not going to sit there and go, why are you talking about Adrian Broner? You should be talking about
no, but you're taking it out of context, Beeb, and come on, you're smarter than that. He's saying, why are you talking about? Hold on a minute. I mean, you asked a question, and I'm giving you my side of my opinion. Now you know my opinion, huh?
Listen, Nes, I'll help you out, Nes, because I know your opinion. The thing is the show was titled UK with the US. That was the title, and I think that his point is that Shannon Briggs has no room in that discussion. However, you know, it wasn't like the show was let's highlight all the fights. So I see where Beeb is coming from as well. But I think that where we have to remember is that Beeb has a title, right? So everybody comes at the throat. And in the title fights, so to speak, we got to have some sort of semblance, some sort of rules.
But listen, this was the title.
He even interrupted you. Listen, we got to move on, Beeb. We can't go back and forth with the crap. We got plenty of callers. Chicago 773. The Beeb is you won, Beeb. He didn't take your title. We got you.
No, it was not U.S. versus UK. It was is UK boxing getting bigger in UK?
I think that's the same thing.
As opposed to U.S. No, because my point about Shannon Briggs was boxing is so big in UK that he could go over there and get a big fight, which he can't do in U.S. That was my argument. That was the point of the show.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And my point was always that is a whack topic to talk about because Shannon Briggs is nobody, and that's exactly what Suleiman is saying. Like, why are we talking about Shannon Briggs? If we're going to talk about the UK and how big the UK boxing is, relax. Can someone other than you?
Hold on. Let Nes get off. Let Nes get off.
I mean,
Go ahead.
I don't want to get off. I want to get to the caller and get all for real. This dude
coins all around. Coins all around. Let's go.
That medication really quick. 773. What's up?
What up? This Santana.
Santana, what's going on, brother?
Not much. Get my picks in real quick. I'm going with Ward, and I'm going with Ward by decision. I'm going with Kell Brook, of course. You know, that's why I dislike a lot of the UK fighters because they make their whole career off of fighting bums to build their record up, just like Ricky had and a lot of UK fighters. Not all of them, but most of them. As far as the whole Broner Floyd, I'm a Floyd fan, but I'm on Adrian Broner's side on this. Like Floyd, he calls Broner's little brother, but he puts him on blast every time. If you got something to say, you should say it behind closed doors. And what's funny about it, when he was doing the interview, he brought it up. He brought up Adrian Broner. He wasn't asked about him. He just brought him up. So I think that was kind of fucked up. As far as the the Floyd and Triple G and the Andre Ward situation, I don't see that happening as far as Triple G going up to fight Ward because he's 2 weight classes high. I don't think we're never going to see that fight. Triple G had a chance to fight him and he didn't want to fight him. What else? And I feel like Mayweather, he wants the middleweight title. I feel like he's either going to get it from either if Khan beats Canelo, I could see that happening, and I could see Floyd fighting Khan for the middleweight, or if Triple G and Canelo, have a mega fight later this year, I could see Floyd coming out of retirement and fight the winner of Triple G and Canelo at a catchweight. And I want to say something about what you have brought up it was like a week back on Nes, about you said you don't want Triple G to move up because you got other guys like Trout and
I never said I don't want him to move up. I said I don't have a problem with him not moving up because there's plenty of guys there and there's plenty of guys moving up. If a guy wants to stay in his division his entire career, he can because there's plenty of fighters that have done that. They've retired in their division. There's nothing wrong with that. He doesn't have to move up for you or me.
Okay, no, but what I was saying was this. Okay, if say one of the Charlos or Trout move up to fight Triple G and Triple G knocks him out, would you give him credit for that?
Obviously, you got to give him credit because if Charlo decides that 154 is too small for him and he has to move up and now he's 160 pounder, that's his problem.
See, but that's what I mean about a bias in boxing because the Terrence Crawford, you downplay his fight against Hank Lundy.
No, I
and
didn't.
Gene because you say
no, I didn't. I
did.
said,
You
hold on, hold on. This is
140
exact.
pounds.
I'm happy you said that, my friend, because what I exactly said was Triple G's doing the same thing Terrence Crawford is doing. Okay, but Triple G gets ridiculed for his opposition when, in fact, his opposition may be slightly better than Terrence Crawford's opposition because Terrence Crawford's champions have been champions moving up, where at least Daniel Gill was a true champion in his division, where Gamboa was only a 126-pounder and Hank Lundy was a 130-pounder that got knocked out already by John Molina, moving up to 140 to fight Terrence Crawford. Derry Jean was another little guy, so what are you talking about?
So what? Hold on, can I ask you a question? Now wasn't Terrence Crawford killing himself to make 135?
Whose problem is that? I'm the main guy that says if a guy can make I'm the main guy that says if a guy can make weight, he can make weight. When Julio Cesar Chavez was making 160 and blowing up to 180, hey, he was making the weight.
Right, so you shouldn't downplay his wins though. And then you want.
Why wouldn't I downplay? Hold on. Why wouldn't I downplay a win when a guy is at 140 and he's telling a guy at 135, "Hey, come up here and move up and fight me"? That's different. That's different.
Hank Lundy was.
Listen. That's different. That's different than a dominating. I ain't gonna say dominating because Charlo hasn't had the opportunity to dominate. But we both know he is a force. He is not Hank Lundy. Stop trying to make it the same thing. Hank Lundy moving from 135 to 140 to fight Crawford because he got no choice is different from a champion at 154 who is deciding he can no longer make 154, and he has been saying it, and you are a big enough hardcore fan to know he's been saying he might move up and leave that belt for his brother. We've heard that before. So, no, it is not the same thing. Stop trying to make Charlo and Hank Lundy the same. They're not even on the same level. One won a fucking title. The other one ain't do that.
All right, Nes, your blood pressure.
Coming up, but I got one more question.
It's so crazy. You got to teach these guys.
Listen, say he don't fight Canelo this year or Jacobs. Don't you think he should move up instead of fighting these average fighters? And challenge yourself.
So everybody's average, huh? Everybody's average. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like Vladimir Klitschko dominating the division, and everybody's saying heavyweights are boring. Heavyweights are boring. The minute Vladimir Klitschko lost, a guy like Charles Martin is exciting, and he can make $5 million. And Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker. Oh my God, David Haye is back. Man, stop it! Stop it! You guys are fickle.
Nes, the blood pressure.
No, I'm just making solid fucking points. You know what I'm saying? My mouth is like a 6-shooter. Bang,
your ears are
bang.
Your face is getting red.
I mean, I'm sweating over here. I'm doing my job.
Take it easy.
Yeah, we just wanted to see him challenge.
It's a passion.
I mean, that's all. Come on.
You want to see him challenged? I want to see Crawford challenged. I want to see Crawford challenged.
Okay, he's fighting Coastal pay-per-view, so that's a challenge, right?
When? When? And why are you okay for Postal to be on pay-per-view? Well, then don't say it like that. Say, well, Nes, they're talking about him fighting maybe Postal. The only bad thing is it's gonna be on pay-per-view, and I don't feel like paying for that shit.
Easy, Nes. Easy.
I gotta give it to him, Beeb. Ever since I got in shape, I've been too fucking sharp for them. I don't lose. Do your homework.
Gonna have to test you for PEDs now.
Postal is a better pay-per-view, in my opinion.
I wouldn't care how good of a fight Postal is. He ain't no pay-per-view star. If I'm going to complain about Gennady Golovkin fighting fighting David Lemieux on pay-per-view, how the hell I ain't going to complain about Crawford? But that's the difference. Nesta's not the biased one, even though week after week, episode after episode, I get called biased. But no, I talk shit about Crawford with his resume, like I talk shit about Gennady with his resume. And Gennady's weak-ass pay-per-view and Crawford's weak pay-per-view. But I don't see you doing that, do we?
Oh yeah, I agree. They both. I don't think they would deserve the pay-per-view. Both of them.
I just took you to church, man. We got to get to some other callers, baby. Stop it, man. Stop coming at the king, man. Live in a glass house. You can't be throwing rocks at the throne, man. Compa, talk to me. Oh, I think Compa don't want to talk to us because we ain't play his intro, maybe? Compa? All right. Austin, Texas. Let me see who we got. 512 in Texas. Talk to us.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Talk to us.
It's me, Damien.
Damien, what's up?
I think Golden Boy's committing promotional suicide or something because, I mean, these fights are almost too good. I mean, Lucas Matisa fights Ruslan Provodnikov, then he fights Victor Postol back-to-back, and Herrera's fought Jose Benavidez, a top prospect. Then he's in negotiations to fight Lucas Matisa, but now he ends up fighting Frankie Gomez, who is also another top prospect. And David Lemieux fights Gennady Golovkin as his first defense. Ram Ali fought Jesse Vargas and got knocked out. Francisco Vargas is now fighting Orlando Salido. And he had an awesome battle with Miura just before that. And now good fights like Joseph Diaz, Jayson Velez. And then, like, Glenn Tapia just signed with Golden Boy, and he's immediately fighting David Lemieux as his first fight with Golden Boy. And Bernard Hopkins is talking about, like, committing suicide in his next fight or something. Like, I almost don't like it because I don't feel it's fair to these fighters. I mean, while guys at top rank and, like, even PBC and every other promoter, they're getting wins, these guys are going to be taking L's because of the opposition that they're fighting. It's like Matisse is now, everybody thinks is damaged goods.
Listen, what's your name, caller?
What?
What's your name?
To Damien.
Oh, Damien. Damien, I don't want you to think that I'm coming at you because I've had an aggressive tone with other callers earlier, but isn't this something that we as hardcore fans have always wanted, the best versus the best?
Celebrating it, man. Golden Boy's made a commitment to it.
So now all I want to say is this. All I want to say is that now a promoter is matching his guys tough, and he's putting them in decent fights where there's not really a tune-up in between because, like, you're right. You know, Miura Vargas, that was a tough fight. So for him to get a guy like Salido, who's a rough and rugged guy, is kind of like, whoa, you know, his eyes was looking like the Terminator. Maybe he needs a soft touch, but then that would be PBC and the shit that we complain about BBC, right? So let's let De La Hoya put his guys out there. Let's be happy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. I was gonna say that I'm admitting that I think I was wrong for thinking that way, like. Because even back in the day, like, the Legends fought a bunch of tomato cans in between, you know? And I think we expect too much from these guys. I mean, these guys take a lot of punishment at this level fighting these type of fighters.
Beautiful,
and we
Damien.
just expect them to fight everybody like it's nothing.
Beautiful. Listen, you have made today just you know, you made it worth it because I beg. I week after week I say I want the happy boxing fans. And you obviously sound like you used to be bitter and you just seen the light. And I love that, you know what I mean? And I'm happy for you. Yep. I'm glad you crossed over to the other side and you understand now that fighters deserve a soft touch. They are not here just for our entertainment. They are not here to destroy themselves. They can get a good fight and then an in-between fight. Terrence Crawford, he could fight Hank Lundy, but he got to fight Lucas too. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, as long as it happens, I think that they should get some fights in between. And also, Chris Algieri and Josito Lopez, they both sparred, and Josito Lopez actually fought both Maidana and Canelo, and he said that they both said Maidana punches harder than Canelo. And I mean, Broner even said Maidana is the only guy to make him piss blood, even after fighting Porter. But, you know, I'm sure Boxing MD's opinion felt those punches more. But anyway, I'll leave you guys with the question.
That was a good one.
What do you guys think?
People don't want to listen to the Beeb.
Canelo Alvarez is younger than Errol Spence Jr. I just barely found this out. And we're expecting him to fight everybody already. I mean, look what happened to Fernando Vargas when he was fighting everybody at such a young age. He got, his career ended early. And that's it. See you guys later.
No, Canelo just set a precedent that was so high. That's the thing, man. When he first started, he was getting so much attention that, there was times when he was fighting guys like Jose Miguel Cotto or Alfonso Gomez or, any of those in-between dudes, the Matthew Hattons of the world. When he was coming up, when he was learning, and that was frustrating me for sure and a lot of others. But now that we fast forward like 5 years, and you start to see the names that he's piled up on that resume in such a short time, and you realize, whoa, this kid's only 25 or something like that. And you put it into perspective with like guys like Danny Garcia or Earl Spence, who's 26. And you start to say to yourself, damn, Canelo has done a lot in a young age or at a young age. We're going to go now to Joe from Indiana. Talk to me, baby. Talk about those Keith Thurman Porter tickets that you haven't bought yet, but you did buy the flight. And I'm happy because I'm out here and we get to meet. But are you nervous?
Yeah. I'm a little, you know what, Nes? I was a little nervous, man, but I had to go. I couldn't let them tickets go, man. It was $223, man. I was like, I got to get it. But I'm excited, man. Like, it's going to be I'm coming out there on that Wednesday, and I'm staying through Monday. So I'm trying to go through everything, the weigh-in, the workouts, and then, of course, the fight, man. But I'm real excited about it. I hope I get to run into you guys out there, man.
No, definitely, brother. Listen, if you're out here, I'm going to make it, we're going to absolutely meet. And hopefully Mario's out here.
Yeah,
and
I'm going to be there for Thurman
Nes,
Porter.
Where would you recommend I stay, though? Downtown Brooklyn or Manhattan? Because I'm looking at hotels now. But
Man, I'll be honest with you.
The nightlife?
I'll be honest with you. It's better to get at me on DM in about maybe tomorrow. Like DM me tonight so I can ask some people in Brooklyn because I'm in Jersey, so I would never stay in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I like every night, every Saturday for a fight. I cross over and then I just come back the same night.
Casual is popping all the time.
I was gonna chime in. Hey.
Oh yeah, Casual. No, he be out in Brooklyn. Happy.
Call it. Either side is a great time. You stay in Manhattan, you're gonna have a great time. You stay in Brooklyn, it's a whole different culture and then great time. So yeah, I would say stay in Brooklyn just because you can have a really, really good time and cross the bridge and go into Manhattan. But yeah, Manhattan has a great nightlife and so does Brooklyn, so you win either way.
Okay, cool. And then
he didn't recommend not one hotel like you asked.
Oh no, I don't know about hotels. There's like the Sheraton.
Yo, you can tell what Casual's head is at. He want to go party. All he recommended a nightlife.
Oh, I thought that's what he was asking.
Hey, Nes, this may sound like a dumb question, but I'm not allowed into the press conference, right? I don't have credentials. I could just go to the weigh-in and to workouts.
You could sneak in.
You could go into whatever is open to the public.
We'll have that information closer to it, so
you'll get that info from us without a doubt. You'll stay up to date with that without a doubt. And listen, I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that this happens for you, brother, because I would hate that it doesn't.
Oh yeah, man. My wife even gave me the green light, man. And I told her this fight. I really think this fight is gonna be one we talk about a couple of years from now, man. But let me get my picks for the week. I know you're getting ready to get on drive-by. I got Andre Ward by. I think it's gonna be one of his best performances, man. I say 4 rounds or less. He's gonna win by knockout.
Damn, 4 rounds. All right. Let's see what happens then.
Yeah.
Joey, man, thanks for calling in. Listen, we're going to jump on to this drive-by, ladies and gentlemen, because we are coming into that 10 o'clock mark. We got about 13 minutes, so we want to get everybody on the live feed. I want to go down the line and see here. We got Georgie, JP from Long Beach. Got a Cali caller, my man Eno, Oakland out there. Got some Skype over here with all. I'm going to go to this because I think this is UK caller. 1111111. Are you live? Who's this? Skype or
What's
long
up,
distance?
Nes?
Who's this?
Can you hear me, Nes?
I hear you, man.
What's up, brother? Second time call. I've called before, but yeah, I'm going for Ward, man. Ward. I think people are overrating Barrera, man. Like no one's seen this guy. I think he's gonna get wiped out in less than 6 rounds. Quick question for you guys, man. If you've seen this interview on IFL TV, De Gale says that he's gonna move up to 175 Now he's saying that Al Heyman might make him versus Stevenson. Now, what do you make of that? What do you think happens in that one? Peace out.
Wait, he said Stevenson versus who?
He said DeGale moving up to 175. Caller, where you at?
He left.
I'm
He
still
said-
there. I'm still there.
Okay.
You said that DeGale. I didn't hear any of that. Y'all heard that?
No, I didn't.
On
It was
IFL
He said it was on
Okay, I'll
IFL
check it
TV.
out. I think that's a huge mistake. I don't know why. Listen, I think that DeGale and Badu Jack is a great fight. I love the fight. I've said it's a great fight. You know, even if it isn't the 1 and 2 guy, which honestly I think it is the 1 and 2 guy. I know people regard Abraham as the best in the division. I really think it's the number 1, number 2 guys. And, you know, I don't know. What does it really do for him if he moves up now versus if he takes his time? You know, Stevenson will always be there. And the one thing Stevenson needs is opponents. And that ain't going to change at all.
He's getting old, though. Stevenson's getting old, though, so you might as well grab him now before.
But at this point, when you're gonna give up a first time weight advantage to not even take a couple fights at the weight to get accustomed to it, I don't know. I think that's risky, especially when you have so much.
Stevenson. I think he beats.
Really?
Stevenson.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's bold.
No,
That's
he
bold.
He beats Stevenson. He's a better fighter.
No, we'll see.
You're listening to Mario's Throwdown Fantasy Minute, giving you the winning strategy and tactical advice for your fantasy boxing team, making the points that earn you the points, preparing you for the big games that earn you big cash prizes, giving you the guarantees, sleepers, and buyer bewares. This segment is brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com, the only boxing-oriented fantasy game on the market dedicated to real fight fans with real know.
Okay, guys, so we got a contest coming up. You know, it's been a dry spell for boxing, but we're back, and we're going to have Throwdown's going to have a lot of contests coming up with all the fights. So, you know, learn to play with this fight. You can play for free by going to throwdownfantasy.com. You know, you can play for free this time and get ready for all of the big contests coming up. Right now, though, if you do want to play and you think that you're ready or you've been playing and you're ready, right now Throwdown has a $2 and a $10 game for the Manny Pacquiao-Timothy Bradley contest, okay? But, of course, like always, you can play for free and still win money, or you can play with Throwdown points, which is essentially what you get when you play more at Throwdown and you win. So, you know, the way it works, you draft or pick 5 fighters within a $25,000 salary cap. And so I'm here to give you some help so that you can make your winning ways. I came in second place with the last contest, Santa Cruz. So, you know, listen to me. Right now, we're going to highlight just a few guys. These are the most expensive fighters in Kell Brook, Andre Ward, Jojo Diaz. Kell Brook's coming in at $5,500, Andre Ward at $53, and Joseph Diaz at $5,300. Most expensive fighters right now. Top scorers, even though it's not shown up on the bracket, it is Oscar Valdez at 109.2 points and Jojo Diaz at 104.5 points. They are the most expensive guys. So, you know, another little side thing is that Ashley Theophane is the cheapest fighter at $4,200, and you have Jason Velez and Kevin Bizier at $4,300. So those are the cheapest guys. So we're going to jump right into this. We got Oscar Valdez's fight. This is a great fight in my opinion. Oscar Valdez is fighting Gradovich. Oscar Valdez is coming in at, I believe if you look at his price, I wouldn't call him a sleeper by any means because he costs $5,200, but it's cheaper than the most expensive guys. He wasn't on the most expensive list that we just talked about. So, you know, he's averaging 109 points, like I said, throwing 127 punches and throwing 276 punches and landing 127. Gradovich is going to make a tough fight. So this is going to be good because I think they're going to exchange early on and constant. I think Oscar Valdez can stop Gradovich even though he's very tough. But still, I honestly believe that he's going to accumulate many punches until the stoppage. So Oscar Valdez is my guarantee for the week. Pick Oscar Valdez. in every single team that you have, because you can re-enter games. Just because you entered a $10 game or $2 game doesn't mean you can't enter it again. You can enter it as many times as you like. So moving on, we're going to talk about what I feel is the sleeper of the week, and it's Robert Easter Jr. Robert Easter Jr. isn't a sleeper in against Argenis Mendez, but in terms of the game, he absolutely is a sleeper, because right now he's coming in at $4,800 to get him. Listen, when you're below the $5,000 mark, that makes you a very affordable fighter. Robert Easter is the guy that I would pick. He's averaging 57.9 points. That's not a lot, but when a guy's cost 4,800, and it's a good deal if he's going to win. And against Argenis Mendez, I think that they will exchange early or late. It doesn't matter. You're going to get the points from them. Moving on, we're going to talk about my busts. No, you know what? Real quick, let me mention the Jayson Velez and Jojo Diaz fight. This isn't my sleeper, so to speak, but this is a fight that I think you could pick both fighters. Earlier in the broadcast, I was joking about Jayson Velez and picking him in this fight. I do think he's a live dog against Jojo Diaz. I really do. But I don't think he's necessarily I don't think Jojo Diaz is necessarily the guy that has to win this fight. So it could be a really good war, and that'll get you points on both ends. Even if Jayson Velez loses at 4,300, that's cheap enough that you can get all those higher priced guys. Jojo Diaz gets the win, and if he does it in impressive fashion, then you're covered on both ends. Jojo Diaz averaging 104 points, Jayson Velez averaging 64 points. Even if you get half of that, or a quarter of that from Jayson Velez, somewhere around 15, 20 points, that's still a good mark. And here's the point you have to highlight. Jayson Velez throws 607 punches per fight on average. Okay, that's a huge number, because even if he loses, he's going to be throwing punches. We're going to move on to what I feel is the bust of the week. And it might surprise some people, but my bust for the week is actually going to be Andre Ward. Andre Ward is going to be my bust for the week, and not because I think he's going to lose, but because at 5,300, the second most expensive fighter in this contest, I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think he's going to do anything to Sullivan Barrera that is going to accumulate many points. He would have to absolutely stop Sullivan Barrera for you to, I guess, kind of make 5,300 worthwhile. He's not going to do it. It's not going to happen. He throws 394 punches. That's a decent amount, but not for if you're going to go a 12-round fight. I would stay away from him. Also, I think Sullivan Barrera is going to give him a game fight within the first 4 to 6 rounds. So you don't know how much he's going to be throwing. You don't know how much he's going to be landing those first 6. If he wins on points, that doesn't give you very many points. And real quick, the last thing I want to mention, Kevin Bizier looked really good in his last fight against Kell Brook. I'm not saying it's a reason to pick him, but Kell Brook is the most expensive guy. I don't truly believe he is like a knockout power type of guy. I don't know anybody who would say he is. His power isn't the most legit thing on the planet. You got to have that kind of power to be at 5,500. So I'm not saying stay away from Kell Brook, because he is a guaranteed win, but Kevin Bizier looked good last time. So, take it for what you will. And that is your throwdown segment for the week.
Sweet, sweet. We got to get out to the San Francisco Bay Area. We got Lukey on the line here. If I could just find him. Lukey, make sure you press that 1 button. All right, talk to me, brother. Tell me all about Fight Week. Obviously, you did a marvelous job covering this event. From the media workout to the final press conference, and obviously you're going to be live at the fight. Just what tell us about the atmosphere, because a lot has been said. I was on the media conference call, and people were making a big fuss about not enough promotion in the Bay Area. Does it look like it'll be a sold-out crowd over there?
It's kind of hard to tell because some of the days that I've been there, today it was just an undercard media workout, so there was barely anyone there because it was undercard fighters. But yesterday on Wednesday, there was a pretty good showing, pretty strong showing. It's a lot of grassroots local business, I'd say, and local communities like schools and companies like GLAD that are based out of the Bay Area that are really putting a strong push, where I think they're getting large sums of tickets to fill out the arena.
90 seconds.
So I think just by looking at attendance for all of these events, Fight Week, it's very hard to gauge the numbers for Fight Night.
Well, what else could you tell us? I mean, how is Dre looking? I mean, the videos that you sent, he definitely looked like he had the mean mug. Was it the sun or was he upset?
Well, I think that one thing leading in, just to be a body language expert on Andre Ward, which I'm going to pretend to be, is I think that
60 seconds
going into this fight and moving up weights, he feels like there's been a lot of criticism upon him and a lot of people kind of, I think he's channeled all of the Wassams of the world and he's not listening to all the people that are saying that he's good. So I think that he's not really, he doesn't want to do anything beyond his obligations until fight night. And then after the fight, he might be willing to talk. But I think for this fight in particular, I think you're seeing someone who really truly feels like he's one of the best boxers ever, and he's never really had that moment in his mind to truly shine. So I don't think that when you see on the media day, he was talking to the critics. When you see him at the press conference, I mean, let's be real, he was more excited to hang out with the school kids than he was to talk to the media.
10 seconds.
And today he wasn't even at any activities. So, I mean, I think this is a very focused Andre Ward, and I think that from what I'm hearing inside the gym, Andre's hitting harder at 175. Like Beeb was saying and other people, they're saying he just has more power at this weight class.
Well, Lukey, as you can hear, we just went off live air, so anybody that still pressed 1, we're going to let you definitely get it off your chest. Lukey, we're going to go back to some of these calls. We're all obviously on drive-by with all these other calls we got to get to. We stopped with Joe in Indiana, and it's up for the Cookie Monster himself, Georgie Borgie.
What's going on, people? You got no drive-by? Damn,
nah, you don't get drive-by, Georgie.
You listening, bro. You listening, my man. What the fuck is going on? MD coming here and smack you like that? From all people? And Sullivan coming at you? After he fucking be pushing that dude. What the fuck that dude's name was? Amir Mansour?
Sullivan didn't come after Nes.
For fucking like 2 years. And that nigga quit in the stool on him because he got a little blood on his mouth and shit. And that nigga gonna get a title shot at you? What's going on, man? Get him the respect here. Man, I wouldn't thought that I would say this, but I gotta agree with you with the Mayweather thing. Because people don't understand that sometimes we talk offline and we curse and all kind of shit for hours. We don't get to an agreement, but we still cool. Because you try to defend the sport on your way, and I do it on my way. Let me get my pick in. Andre Ward, man, that nigga, though. That nigga. If he lose to Barrera, if this nigga really a threat, because you guys haven't even talked about that. Before you close the show, I want Beef to say if this nigga is really a threat. Because I don't know this dude from a fucking hole in the wall. And the dude who talk about fucking Russia, the fucking mafia, whatever the fuck, the conglomerates everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. They invented pets. You gotta Google search that shit. Back in the fucking 90s in the Olympics, everybody fucking won. Come on, man. They're gonna cut anybody who's using pets getting cut down there because this nigga got the book on that shit. And somebody talk about the fucking USADA on the investigation. Because nobody talking about that shit either. Great show, support, and donate.
Georgie, man, we love you, man. This is the type of guy you just gotta love, no matter what, man. You just got to. You really do. He's good on them intros.
Long Beach in the house. Yeah.
Jay Peasy, what up?
I got my shirt.
Oh, you did?
Hey, what's up, man? I got my. Oh, for sure. I sent you the confirmation on Twitter, but when I busted, I'm gonna send you a pic.
Yeah, we need that pic, man. We gotta put you on that IG.
Yeah, but man, I want to address the whole AB Floyd Mayweather situation quickly. I think a lot of people have forgotten what being a big brother or a big homie is all about, and what it's all about is hypocrisy. See people getting on here talking about, oh, you're a hypocrite. It's all about when you someone's big homie or big brother, you don't want them to follow your footsteps. Furthermore, Floyd Mayweather sold us a character. but his foundation was always hard work, dedication, whereas Broner is squandering his career before our eyes. And there could be no more indicative, and we using the Mayweather burning hundreds in a strip club. Look, what happens in a strip club stays in a strip club. However, how distasteful is it to be throw $3.26 at a goddamn Walmart clerk? That is two completely different things. And for people to draw that as like a comparable situation, you're fucking crazy.
I agree with you.
Well, JP, it's not people. It's not people. Let's get it clear so that people don't think, oh, the hosts are. No. Adrian Broner used those comparisons. He brought them up. We gave the source material and played the audio.
But a lot of y'all running with it though and calling Floyd a hypocrite.
We could only run with the facts. The facts is Adrian Broner feels that he's a hypocrite because if you're friend, you call me. That's all. That's what we're going off of.
That's true. Now the platform that Floyd decided to address it on, that's one thing or another. But to say that the two situations are comparable, I completely disagree. I
don't think anyone's saying that.
Be a boss did, burn up 100, stuff it up a girl's ass. But don't throw $3.60 at a chick who makes $10 an hour. You know what I mean? That shit is deplorable, it's distasteful, and it makes me not like her. However, if I'm in the strip club, hey man, I'm a married dude. If my wife knowing all the things I've done in the strip club, you know, she might not be happy with
She know now.
But on to the fight, man. And I always like to throw out, because how I analyze fighters, I love to take like 2 or 3 of their attributes and say, okay, what does this guy do the best? And Andre Ward, I always challenge people. Name a fighter that is as gritty, close to dirty, get in there, bang you up, beat you up with a elite boxing skill. You know, when you have a guy who's an elite boxer, he usually doesn't like to get rough in there, i.e., you know, hence Floyd Mayweather, you know, guys. But see, when you fight Andre Ward, guys don't want that rematch. Carl Froch, you know, is that. So he told us that because he's going to beat you up. You know, whether it be you getting boxed and then you're going to get beat up on the inside. And there's not many fighters who have those 2 attributes. And so I'm going to take Andre Ward by beat up. 12 round unanimous decision. And that's what I got, man. Y'all be good.
JP, man, thanks for calling in. As always, we're going to go to the 805 California. Talk to me.
Hey, Central Cali, man. This is G. Man, you know, I'm calling in because I'm getting a vibe that I'm not getting too many people pulling for Andre. You know, it seems like we don't get behind our American fighters. You know, you got Beeb, the UK, you know, and he's here in Boston. We don't got too many people pushing behind him. You know, the last couple callers, yeah, but we got to get behind our gold medalist, man. You know, this dude, you know, we're talking about pay-per-view buys, blah, blah, blah. We can't even get him on pay-per-view right now. And I think that's what we need to do is get Andre. He is undefeated gold medalist on pay-per-view. I think he's going to put hands on Barrera. I think it's going to be probably a 9-round fight. I got Kell Brook winning, obviously. You know, you don't need to say much about that. You know, I've been hearing so much go back and forth. I forgot where my train of thought was, but this whole AB and Floyd Mayweather thing, I think I agree with you, Nes. I agree 100%. You don't go out and just call out your boy like that, you know. Shit, if you was in a gang, man, you know, you ain't surviving long after doing some shit like that. But, you know, boxing's boxing. We need it more live here in America. We need people behind our Americans, you know. We got everybody behind Anthony Joshua, and I ain't seen him fight nobody yet. You know, I hear beat his chest about Anthony Joshua, but we got Andre Ward here. We got a great American right here. And
everybody's coming at the Beeb today. You know? Everybody, I said everybody's coming at the Beeb today. Hey, Beeb, you got your armor on?
I'm not going to even argue because I love Andre Ward. Andre Ward and Tyson Fury are my 2 favorite fighters. Andre Ward and Tyson Fury are my 2 favorite fighters.
I love fucking boxing, but I just believe we want that push that the UK has. The UK, like you say, you go to the UK, people fucking praise Shannon Briggs. Who the fuck's Shannon Briggs here in America? Nobody. He's over there doing shit, and people are behind him. We need to be behind our fighters like that. Ward is not a household name. He ain't a Floyd Mayweather. At least not name-wise. We need him there with our casual fans. This Sullivan Barrera shit, we can't. Yeah, he's coming up, but who the fuck's on his damn resume? Nobody. He's a nobody to casuals. We need him pushing for these, Kovalev-Steven fights, and you only do that with popularity. You only do that with pay-per-views and pay-per-view buys. That's what we need to get behind our fighters with.
Hey, man, well, thanks for calling in, brother. We truly appreciate it. Great call.
He's right. I love Andre Ward. I hope people get behind Andre Ward. I'm a big fan of Andre Ward.
I think that they will, though, guys. I think that once these guys get active, you can't help but talk. Look at a guy like Earl Spence. He's been active. He's fought regardless of name, and that's why his name has been in everyone's mouth. But we got another Oakland caller, it looks like. So they're coming out for Ward. But also we got to get to N.O. N.O., talk to me.
Whoa, what's happening, bro?
What's going on?
Let me get my picture off right quick. Put me down for Ward. Kell Brook. And I forgot the other fight. But anyway, brother, that Floyd Mayweather and Israel Brown situation, but that shit kind of back and forth to me. Both of them like doing some bitch ass shit. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying? Like he's saying fuck TMT. When Floyd was the first one after he got his ass whooped by Montana, when everybody left his ass, Floyd was the first one to come behind him to the rescue on some shit. You know what I'm saying? And then Floyd doubling back and coming out, he coming. I don't know, it's just like, but you give Floyd the charge because Floyd older, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you give him the OG charge on now, you did. Like the young buck, he gonna make certain type of mistakes or whatever, you did. Floyd supposed to know better than you know what I'm saying, actually come like that in the media and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that where it's at on that note. But yeah, bro, another thing I want to touch on, bro, what's up with Mario and this kind like fantasy, like it did. Like what? I don't understand what made him think kind so great, like, bro. You know what I'm saying? He ain't did nothing at 147. Nothing.
I think he will do great.
He jumped on the 154 fight, then man, I don't trust Khan that much to believe that he gonna beat Canelo. I just don't trust that dude, but he ain't fought a puncher since he came up to 147. And he's going to take a punch from Canelo Alvarez?
That's fair.
I don't know, but I just don't trust that dude, man. Kind of suicide-wise right now, man. I'm putting that out there. Suicide-wise. And look, let me get 2 gunshots right quick. That's for everybody that's complaining about Wilder going overseas, like why they didn't put up enough money. Y'all been hiring for him to fight this dude and to go overseas. Now he going over there. Now y'all saying his handlers don't know what the hell they doing. Y'all been hiring for this dude to go over there and do some shit. You dig? Y'all said Povetkin the guy that's gonna beat him and all this. Y'all already setting the shit up for when he beat Povetkin. That Povetkin was nobody. Like I already see this shit happening already. That dude gonna beat Povetkin and he ain't gonna get no credit for it. You know what I'm saying? They gonna say he should have fought somebody else. He should have fought Charles Martin or Anthony Joshua, you dig? Ain't none of him got no real records behind him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. You dig? Nes, bro, I don't know what we're gonna do with him, Nes. You dig? That's my call, you heard me? You dig? Let me get one more gunshot, man.
For sure. My truck drivers out there, that truck driving life, man. What y'all know about that, man? Us truck drivers, we let them podcast, man. Let me see what we got here. Oakland. Andre Ward, talk to me. SOG. 510 Oakland.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys can hear me?
Loud and clear.
First time caller.
Sound like real talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut,
the captain. Calling in, first time calling. I listen to you guys every week. Been listening to you guys probably since about May of last year. Love the show. Beebs, Mr. Gibbs, Mario. You guys are great. I do a lot of driving on my job, so I really enjoy listening to the show. We're going to get into it, man, real quick. I know I'm on drive-by. You guys are talking about, what Triple G has done to deserve the fight with Mayweather. And I ask you, what did most of the opponents that Mayweather fought, like, what did they do to deserve a fight with Mayweather?
Good point.
Birdo, what did he do to deserve a fight with
Good
Mayweather?
point.
Mayweather's going to give a fight to whoever he wants to give a fight to. And I honestly don't see that fight ever happening. And so does Mayweather. That's why he's giving these crazy, unrealistic demands that is never going to happen. That's a fantasy matchup.
Great first time
this
call.
weekend on Saturday, I'm going to the fight. I'll be in Oakland for the fight. I'm going for Ward. I actually am rooting for the knockout. Ward hasn't had a knockout in a very long time, but I think he's going to pull it out on this fight. And then I'm also going to go for the underdog, Velez, to pull out this one as well.
Man, another Velez pick. Wow, that's good.
Hey,
Listen,
Joseph kind of struggled with one of those journeymans that Leo
right.
Santa Cruz was in the ring with. That's what happened.
You're right.
We got some more California. Look, they're coming out for Ward. 951, you're up.
Hey, yo, what up, man? It's compa de Los Angeles. Play that intro, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to play the intro. When last time we played it, you was sleeping.
Nah, I know, man. I had a long day.
Nah, he was vacuuming.
I don't even know where it's at now, man. See, when I'm on point, you ain't on point, man.
It's all right. Beeb will sing it.
Nah, it's all good, man. Hey,
Yo, B.
I mean, even though that ain't my intro, but it's all good. Hey, what up, man? What up, B? What up, Casual? What up, Mario?
Yo, he put me on blast. He put me on blast. I told you I can't find it.
Hey, Nes. All I gotta say is, hey, man, I appreciate the tickets you gave me for the Leo Santa Cruz fight. I had a good time, man, and I really appreciate it, man. Shout out to you guys.
Man, shout out to you, man. We're glad you enjoyed it, man. Glad you're a listener, compa.
Oh, baby, all day, baby. I haven't called in like since I won the tickets, but I stay listening all day.
Yo,
but
I hope you had your. Wait. Tell me you went to that fight wearing a TBV shirt, right?
What's up?
Oh, let me get my finger on the trigger real quick, man.
Oh, hey, man, you know how to rock my Mexico shirt, man. Come on.
Yo, that's it. Tomorrow we're gonna have a TBV Mexican edition. That's it. I'm working on it all night tonight. We're gonna get a TBV Mexican edition. I don't want to hear that excuse no more.
Hey, let me get my picks on this. What's up, baby? Hey, I got my boy Andre Ward, 9th round knockout. The thing is, I'm not hearing people talk about Andre Ward's jab. I think he has a cool jab. You know, if you see when he fought Rodriguez, you know, your Dominican homie Nes, he was sticking him with that jab and stopping him. And I think we're gonna do the same thing. But and then I got my boy Jojo Diaz, you know, representing Southern California. I got him. Let me see. I got Kell Brook, and I think that's pretty much it. What other fights we got?
We got Chris Eubanks. What's up?
Oh, I got Eubank. Hey, but I just want to say this. I'm excited for that Canelo Khan undercard. Is going to be a good undercard. And I'm going to say this right now. Put me on the record. I got my boy Frankie Gomez by knockout versus Mauricio Herrera. That's going to be his coming out party.
Wow.
And everything goes good. But that's my boy, and I got him right there. Frankie Gomez, baby. The pit bull, baby.
And you got Khan, too?
East LA, baby. East LA. And I got Amir Khan, baby. B, what up, B? Back me up, B.
That ain't happening. Let me get out to Baltimore. Wood, talk to me.
Ooh.
What's going on?
What's going on, Wood?
The drive-by king.
Yeah, man. Same old shit, man. Same old shit. I'm going to get my nigga SOB by KO. SOB going to fuck this kid fuck up.
SOB.
SOG.
Oh,
SOB look like he ready to rumble, man. SOB look like he ready to throw down.
Would you deal with more drive-bys than Compton Crips?
What you say?
I say you deal with more drive-bys than Compton Crips.
Yeah. You got it. Hey, look.
I'm gonna talk about this nigga Floyd, man. Anytime you put your baby mother in the cross-faced chicken wing, you can't criticize no motherfucking body.
Oh shit! Why you always wait till the last part of the show to make those comments? Damn.
You get arrested for putting your baby mother in the cross-faced chicken wing. You can't say shit about nobody.
Oh god. Damn.
This nigga come off this. Once you clothesline your baby mother, man, you can't be out there acting like a goody two shoes and shit. Once you get your baby mother, once you get your baby mother the lariat, man, flying lariat and shit. They criticize us no more, man. You can't. You gotta keep your mouth closed on situations, man. You ain't no goody two shoes. You ain't no saint, man. But ain't too much going on out this motherfucker. I know it's on drive-by. Now stop letting these niggas give Martin Luther King speeches on motherfucking drive-by, yo.
Like you right now.
Like you, exactly what you doing. It ain't no Martin Luther King speech, but
nah, you doing some stand-up. That shit's
no shit, right?
I mean, you talking about yourself, right? Because you know you on drive-by, right?
No, man. What's going on, Nes? I'm going to holler at you, man.
All right, brother. Listen, as always, man, we love you over here. You know that. 415, you're up. Who's this?
Yo, what up? Hey, I just wanted to put in my pick, too. I'm right here from the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying? So I have to pick Andre Ward. But I don't know what these people think, man. I don't think it's going to be such a pushover like some of these other cats think it's going to be. I mean, I think it's just going to go to the decision, and I think he's going to get it. But yeah, man, I got tremendous respect for the dude. I mean, just like that, what's his name, Lukey?
Yep, Lukey.
Whatever that dude's name is. Yeah, he got him. He pretty much got the image right. Like, boxing is not really like super big sport out here. So like all the support and stuff that he like does and everything that he does, all the community outreach that he does is real grassroots, like the Boys and Girls Club and I think he like collaborates with Marshawn Lynch on that and shit. And not very many people know, I think, who he is. Right now, everybody's like swinging off Steph Curry's nuts and shit because of the Warriors, but yeah, I think it's cool that he's still doing that he still fights locally, that he's still trying to make a bigger outreach here in this local community right here in the Bay Area and shit. But yeah, so I pick him to win, and I also think Velez is that light-skinned cat, right?
I mean, he's light-skinned, but he ain't like, I don't know. He's light-skinned?
He's that light-skinned.
Yeah, he's check our YouTube channel. We did an interview with him. He's on our YouTube channel. We just did an interview with the video was released a few hours ago.
Yeah, he's light-skinned.
I think I've seen him fight before. I think he'll win against Jojo. I think he might be a little stronger than him. But then again, I might be wrong. Who knows? That's why it's a pick, right? And the other thing I was going to ask y'all, did you guys announce a winner for the gloves?
No, it's going to be after the fight on the Sunday. It's going to be our first time actually doing it on a Sunday. We always say we'll do a Sunday and we never do, so hopefully you guys remind us.
All right, for sure. And are you guys ever going to get like a correspondent in this area specifically? I mean, or is there just not enough boxing?
Well, I mean, we have Lukey.
Yeah,
Lukey's the man.
You guys barely put any. You guys forced me to go to Fight Hub, and I'm like, man, I don't want to go there. I'd rather, keep it with the people, the boxing voice.
Hey, man, maybe you need to email us, man. We need a few good men like the Army, TBV Army. We building up our own.
For sure. All right. Well, I know y'all on drive-by. That's all I got for you guys. So, I'll call in on Sunday, see what's good.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling in. We're going to get to some other callers. I know there's a lot of you out there. We do apologize for the long wait, but there's a lot of people that want to talk boxing.
Jersey 7. Get crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud. If you want to have fun, do something crazy.
whatever you need to do. I mean,
I guess that ain't Joseph. 201. Who's this?
Yo, what's going on, Boxing Voice? Shout out to Beeb. Shout out to you, Nes. Casual fan, Mario. Just gonna make it quick. I'm gonna go with Ward decision. Although I'm a little bit concerned about the layoff. Moving up in weight. Barrera can punch. He's got a good jab. He's tall. I'm gonna go with Brook. You know, Brook is big. He's a big welterweight. I think he should move up and fight one of the Charlos. That's about it. Keep up the great show. Love y'all. Without y'all, I don't know. There's no boxing. Peace.
Man, we love that. Drop that on a 5-star review on iTunes, man.
We didn't answer no fan questions.
We're gonna get to that. That's the most important thing that you can do to support is definitely drop us a 5-star review on iTunes. If you're not listening on iTunes, definitely check us out on TuneIn. You could drop a review there on Stitcher as well. It's very important. But always on ThaBoxingVoice.com or our app, which is available on iPhone and Android.
And real quick, I also want to mention too, Ness is absolutely right, everything he said, but like y'all could just, shout out on Twitter and Facebook all the time this week. Man, and I'm so pissed off because I forgot who did it, but somebody hit up Royce the 5'9" on Twitter and was like, yo, check out the Boxing Voice. Royce the 5'9", if you don't know, loves boxing. He's a rapper. He is in a group called Bad Meets Evil with Eminem. Member of the Slaughterhouse, a really solid lyricist. And yeah, somebody just randomly was like, hey, I know you like boxing. Why don't you check out the Boxing Voice podcast on Thursdays at 7 o'clock Eastern? And the dude was like, yeah, I'll check it out. Sure. I mean, so you know what I mean? Like, just show love like that. That was cool. I forgot who did it, man. My apologies. I'll give him a shout out on Sunday.
I know exactly who it was because I'm watching everything.
Who was it?
Mike.
It was Mike. That's right. Yeah.
I'm always watching. We got another caller here. 415, you're up. Who's this? I think we went to him, right? We sure did. No, we sure did. We went to you, buddy. I hope we did, right? That was him, right? Did we go to you, 415?
No.
Yeah, you already got me.
All right, brother. Thank you. All right, so let's get to those fan questions, right? We got some listener questions, not fan questions. Listener questions. What do we got here?
Listener questions.
We got iChewy83. To all the hosts, which boxer do you want to see succeed but ain't really that good? I follow Chavez Jr. Oh man, who I want to see? I guess my love-hate relationship with Adrian Broner. I want to see him succeed. I like him. I think that he's good for the sport. I think that that attitude. That look at him. I mean, him coming at Floyd is already, last time I checked, at 128,000 views. I mean, he's popular.
I don't want to say not good, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I'll say like not in a good position. And that's Mauricio Herrera. That's a dude who's gotten robbed so many times, and he's been on the short end of the stick, but he fights hard, and he's always been a good dude. The one guy I also will mention, even though he hasn't been fighting lately, is Ray Beltran. Ray Beltran is a guy, again, not to say he's not good. He's a very talented fighter, but obviously he's not in that position to be, making lots of money. And I root for him, man. I hope he, does good too.
I'm a root for Amir Khan against Canelo. I know I don't want to use the not good, but like Mario said, bad position, bad short end of the stick. I want to see him succeed against Canelo May 7th.
My man.
All right, well, let's get to the next one here. We got one from Cito588. Your opinion on Chavez versus Taylor stoppage, agree or disagree with it?
I grew up in a really...
You talking about back in the day, Chavez versus Meldrick Taylor?
I grew up when I watched boxing, I watched it with all my uncles, and so as a Hispanic fight fan, when that happened, when we were at school, I didn't want to hear it. That was a great stoppage. It was a perfect stoppage. It was the right call. Years later, seeing it over and over again, watching the whole fight over and over again, it was just a bad job by the referee. I'm not going to say I disagree with the decision, but I disagree with the way that it happened. I don't think that Richard Steele made the call for the right reasons. I'll just put it that way. I think he got caught up in the emotions of everything, and so I disagree. I don't think it should have happened that way at all.
Casual, are you that casual? Did you watch Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. versus Meldrick Taylor?
No, not at that time, no. But I know the results. That was the fight where Julio Cesar Chavez knocked him out last round. Am I wrong?
He knocked him out like at the last second, basically.
Like the last second.
It was like, I think
but it wasn't an official knockout. Like the ref jumped in.
Yeah, it was a stop. It was a TKO. Okay, and I should have explained this before. What ended up happening was, Meldrick Taylor was ahead. He was winning the fight. Chavez had rallied. In the very last round, assuming that Chavez needed the stoppage, he knocked him down with, I think, like 15 seconds left or something like that. Meldrick Taylor got up pretty quick. The 10-second marker had already ran out. So basically, Richard Steele starts the fight again. It's over. He asked him a question, and Meldrick Taylor didn't respond, and he just waved off the fight. And so it was a lot of factors pointed in. Meldrick Taylor got distracted by his own corner, and so he didn't answer Richard Steele's question. But Richard Steele had a little light that went off that said that it was the 10-second mark, so Richard Steele knew how much time was left, knew that the fight was coming to an end. So, there you go.
The only thing that I'll add is Khan Garcia, right? When Khan got hit, the referee, same thing, asked questions. Khan does answer. Ref still determines he's not capable, stops the fight. So for those upset, sometimes it just doesn't matter what's going to happen. The ref is going to make his own decision up. Dayfan 415. Do you guys think that Jesse Vargas is getting too much credit for beating Saddam Ali after looking like shit against Bradley? I will be the first to say absolutely not. I thought very highly and still do of Saddam Ali. I love the way that Vargas dethroned Saddam Ali, so I am happy, and he gets all the credit. Let him talk all the shit he wants.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Jesse Vargas is getting too much credit. I think he's getting enough credit. People are talking about it. People believe that it was a credible win because it was. Now, if people were treating this fight the way that Luis Ortiz was treated after his win over Brian Jennings, or the way that Tyson Fury was being treated after his win over Klitschko, then yeah, I'd be saying, oh, let's calm down. Saddam Ali wasn't no top 10 pound for pound. But it's not like that. It's not an overabundance of credit. He's been given enough credit. He's a solid fighter. It was a solid win.
Man, I love this part of the show. We got to do this more often. These next two questions are like spot on with our topics, and it's almost freakish.
And we didn't plan it.
Exactly. Coming from Woo Boxing, if Triple G beats Canelo, do you believe he will get the respect he deserves? I don't. It seems the only way these Golovkin haters will ever give him respect is if he beats Ward. And will Walters drop the fight if he doesn't get more money? I don't understand Lomachenko moving up in weight. I will say if Triple G beats Canelo, no, he's still not going to get a credit because they're going to say Canelo was small. That's why he didn't want to move up, yada, yada, yada. And as for Walters, I guess he is going to drop the fight if he doesn't get the money, right? That's what it's looking like.
I would definitely give. I already give Triple G all the respect. He's fighting everybody put in front of him. The names ain't stepping up. If he beats Canelo, definitely will get the respect.
Listen. I think that it's a one-part question that deserves a two-part answer. Will he get the respect from all the people that already don't give him respect? No. Ness is absolutely right. They're going to say that he hasn't fought a real middleweight, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but will he get the respect that he deserves as far as becoming that commercial fixture? Absolutely. And he doesn't even need to beat Canelo, I think, to get that casual that casual acceptance. If he beats Canelo, he will absolutely 100% get the credit he deserves from a commercial standpoint, from a marketable fighter standpoint. The reason why no one fights him, basically, he'll get that respect. But from the people that he hasn't earned their respect yet, no, because they don't want to give him respect, period. And as far as the Lomachenko thing, yes, Walters will absolutely not fight Lomachenko. He's already said it. He's made it clear. He will pass on that fight. I guarantee you.
Last question comes from O Garcia 0032. Why do you guys think Arum wants Crawford on pay-per-view? Did HBO not learn from Triple G 97,000 pay-per-views?
Well, that's a good question. Not only is that that's a good topic for a story. And remember, people with good questions and good ideas can contact the Boxing Voice at theboxingvoice@yahoo.com if they're interested in being writers. We're also looking for junior editors at this point. And this is what we need. Guys just like this who have great questions and want to answer them, and just, be prepared to get your grammar right. But listen, no, I'm not going to say that HBO didn't learn their lesson or anything like that, but that's not what this is about. This is about how much money HBO has to play with left in there. They took a significant hit to their budget. They used to have one of the most dominating budgets in all of boxing. It has since gotten taken away, or it's been cut a little bit, more than a little bit, and some people are reporting. So I think Arum wants Crawford on pay-per-view right now for two reasons. One, because he has no other choice. It's either going to be that or Arum's not going to be able to get Crawford the money he needs to fight a guy like Victor Postal, who is the fighter that they are trying to get secured for the summer pay-per-view fight. But the other reason is because he needs a pay-per-view, guys. That's why Arum wants Crawford to be on pay-per-views, because he needs a pay-per-view guy. Manny Pacquiao, if you believe the stories, will be retiring after his next fight with Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley's already proved that he is not capable of headlining a pay-per-view by himself. Arum is basically taking the dice, throwing them, and seeing hopefully Crawford is a guy that people will pay to see. Victor Postal is a good fight, so it's a decent gamble for HBO. Listen, it doesn't take a lot on HBO's part to do a pay-per-view. Not of that magnitude. They're not going to have to put a bunch of promotion into it, so they're not risking a whole lot. They know how many pay-per-views they need to sell to make it worth their while. They have projections. They have very smart guys. So it's not the gamble that most people think it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take your notepads out or your smartphones and go to your notepad and write these names down. These are fights you should be watching. Notable upcoming fights for this weekend. Friday, March 25th, 2016. Showtime in Miami, but Oklahoma, not Miami. Regis Progras, the young up-and-coming prospect that's been looking red hot on ShowBox, back in action versus Aaron Herrera. 10-round junior welterweight fight. That's the 140-pound division. This is Crawford's division, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a good fight.
Keep your eyes on him. Ivan Branchecki versus Nick whatever. An 8-round junior welterweight fight, same 140-pound. This is ShowBox. Take a look at it, but don't miss the first fight, the opening fight with Ivan Globa. This is the guy that you should be checking out before you check out Progress, all right? Remember, Nes told you. On Estrella TV, now you have to get Estrella TV or use your computer to you watch it on ringtv.com or your smartphone to download live stream app and get Estrella TV that way so that you can watch this good fight with Antonio Orozco versus Miguel Acosta in a 10-round welterweight fight. Welterweight fight. This is, last time I checked, Orozco fought Emmanuel Tella at 140, so they're moving on up before he even got a title. Weight issues, anyone? Jayson Quigley, also undefeated, Golden Boy fighter on the undercard versus Freddie Lopez. 8-round middleweight fight. Keandre Gibson, Mario's boy. Jeremy Bryan is going to be taking on Keandre Gibson, Mario's boy, in the welterweight fight. So we got a lot of welterweights in action. And obviously on HBO, we got Andre Ward taking on Sullivan Barrera, Joseph Diaz, Jason Velez, Maurice Hooker, the one of the least talked about Olympians. Right? Oh, no. This is another guy. Sorry. take that back. Maurice Hooker taking on Wilfredo Bulvas in a junior welterweight fight. And over in England, obviously, we got Kell Brook taking on Bizier, staying busier. Luke Campbell taking on Gary Sykes for the vacant Commonwealth title. My picks for the weekend are Progress. I'm going to be learning for the first time this co-main event. Jeffrey, can you do the honors?
Jeffrey?
Yeah, you know, he's usually,
come on, Jeffrey.
Usually a little faster than this. Any day now.
Let's go, Jeff.
Ivan Barancic versus Nick Givhan.
Ivan Barancic versus Nick Givhan. Oh, that Givhan was pretty easy. All right. And then we got, so I don't know who I'm going to pick in that. I'm going to just watch. But I'm going with Ivan Golba. Then on Estrella TV, I got Antonio Roscoe and Jason Quigley, Keandre Gibson. And obviously on HBO, I got Ward. I'm not going with the upset. I'm going with Diaz. And that is it. Oh, yeah, Brooke. I got Brooke. And Luke Campbell, I got Campbell.
I got Brooke and I got Ward as well.
Ness, who you got?
I love Casual. Casual, you got the best job. He doesn't have to do no research. He ain't got to waste no saliva. He's like, I got Ward, I got Brooke. I'm done.
Well, I mean, this is a hardcore weekend. Really think about it, man.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean, I only know Ward from being an announcer, commentator. So, you know, I've seen him fight Chad.
That was good.
How much of a casual he is? He never even seen the Super
I've seen him fight Chad Dawson, and then that was it. And then he had another comeback fight like a year ago, and that was it. So when I heard you say A-side Triple G Award, I'm like, shit. I think Triple G is more known of a fighter, you know. So yeah.
Definitely in the last 2 years, you're right.
Nick Blackwell and Chris Eubank Jr.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Banks because I never heard of Blackwell besides.
What about Willie Nelson?
Stewart.
Willie Nelson's fighting too. Just talk about Willie Nelson.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I don't see Willie Nelson
That's
anywhere.
not here.
Yeah, he's on the Showtime card.
Really?
We don't have that info.
Oh, he is. He's fighting Jonathan Batista.
No, he's fighting. Yeah.
Jonathan Batista from PA.
Yep.
Oh man, the Beast.
How the mighty have fallen.
His ring name
you
the
don't
Beast.
You don't like Willie Nelson. I like Willie Nelson.
No, he likes Willie Nelson. That's
I'm saying the opponent. I mean, I would just after knocking out Tony Harrison, I would want you to get a bigger fight than that.
I know.
He's got to dump Cameron Duncan. Bottom line.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Oh, so then why could Cameron Duncan get Terrence Crawford fights?
That's not what it's about, though, because if you're getting held hostage in a division that Al Heyman controls...
How you being held hostage?
Because if nobody...
Oh, so Glenn Tapia wasn't getting fights at 154, huh?
True, that's a good point.
Yeah, I know.
I can't argue that. You're right. Okay, I'm gonna make mine. I'm gonna make my picks. I'm gonna pick Progress, but that's a good fight. I'm gonna pick Orozco, even though Miguel Costa has always been a guy that I like watching. Also, on that Showtime fight, there is some other one person that it was the Willie Nelson he mentioned, and there was someone else I was gonna tell everyone to watch, and now I can't remember. Oh yeah, Justin DeLoach is on that card, isn't he? Yeah, Justin DeLoach. Dylan Cook is fighting Justin DeLoach. Justin DeLoach is a Houston fighter. He's pretty good. So if they show him, you get to watch him. He's good. I'm going to pick also Andre Ward by decision. I'm going to pick Joseph Diaz by late stoppage, even though it's a great fight. And then obviously Kell Brook. And man, I don't know. Nick Blackwell is good. I'm gonna pick Nick Blackwell.
No!
Yep.
You can't do that, Mario.
I'm going to pick him.
Okay.
I don't believe in Chris Eubank.
I'm going to go with Andre Ward by vicious stoppage.
Vicious 12-round decision.
Vicious stoppage in 8 rounds. I'm going to play it safe and go with Joseph Diaz, but not really 100% confident on that one. I'm going to go with Prograis. I'm going to go with Nelson. And I'm going to go to Roscoe. And I'm going to go with Chris Eubank Jr. by devastating knockout in 9 rounds.
Yeah, you're probably going to get that right. Well, I don't know about the stoppage. But.
I love when the Beeb gets all animated like that.
Devastating.
It's not going to be devastating. It's going to be devastating knockout.
Yo, so something interesting in the chat. They said, I bet you if Floyd told Laura he had to fight Ward, Laura would send Ward a contract next week.
Oh, that's a good. That would have been a good thing to talk about.
I told you we got the best listeners.
Hey,
man.
y'all need to start hitting us up to write, because that's a good story.
Laura's nuts. He would fight a street gang right now just to get ranked. He would fight a street gang.
That's a good feature type of piece if that's what you believe, and you run with it, and you write about it, and you give us your points as why you think Laura would do it, and give us a contrast between Golovkin and Laura and where they are. Oh man, that's a good story.
Listen,
guys.
I wanna do a cheap plug and say, cop your Boxing Voice shirts. Look at Compa. He got free tickets from TBV. He wasn't even rocking the shirt. I'm on it. We're gonna make some Mexican edition colors, some Puerto Rico colors. Don't you sweat it. Remember to head on over to ThaBoxingVoice.com. Drop that $1 donation. Keep the lights on. But remember, every donation automatically puts you in the running for whatever glove we're giving away or any contest that we're giving away. 5-star reviews, truly, truly important. Make sure you do that. We want to get those numbers up, man. We want to be the king of the hills. You know what I mean? We want to be doing this.
Yep.
And we want to be proud of it.
Absolutely. And again, another plug.
You know what?
Junior editors,
You
writers.
know what? Shout out to the chat. I honestly, they're not going to believe me, but I'm sure Mario read it. Thomas Hauser's piece. I have not read it. I've been, as you can see, every video that goes up goes through Nes' eyes and hands. So, Mario, tell me you read the Hauser piece.
I did read the first one and half of the second one, but that's a show. That's got to be a show. A lot of things I didn't know. I did not know that Al Heyman's brother was a fighter.
Oh, man, that's
last
old
fight
news.
was against. No. But listen, the thing that I liked about Thomas Hauser's piece so far, because I don't think the last one's out yet. I like the way that he took information that we all knew and kind of put it in a really good box. Because when you read it all for the first time, you kind of get more of like a picture of where Al Heyman's from, and like
I don't know.
I like it. I think it's a show. Honestly, I think it's a show.
I'll admit this: the story is ridiculously long. I use my phone to read, so I did it. I put the phone to read it. I set it up on a Bluetooth. Went in the bathroom, take a shower. I didn't get through all of it, but I will say this. For like the first 30 minutes of the opening paragraph, because it's that long, the opening paragraph is 30 minutes, I don't know. He lost me because it was so much backstory on Al Heyman. Like just normal things, you know? And I get that. This is a secret guy, a guy that we don't know anything about. But I started to think to myself, like, where are we when the story's not about boxing? It's not about what he's doing in boxing. It's about, like, what he did in school. I mean, everything. It was just like, it was almost like a Back to the Future article. And I don't know how it ended because I didn't finish it. Obviously, I'm very busy. Call me biased if you want.
It's a four-piece.
I have a lot of videos to edit. You know what I'm
What
saying?
did you guys think of that Lamont Brewster portion of the article?
He had written a very similar story before on that aspect of it, and he had documented it well before. So it was something I had already known. The thing is, though, when I read that the first time a couple of years ago, I thought to myself, this is a dangerous man. This is a man that could be potentially lethal towards boxing and its fighters. But, you know, think about how many of those stories that we've seen since then. You know, Al Heyman, listen, we all take shortcuts. We all do things, you know, unethically. But at the same time, if you can, you know, change directions and stuff, then that's something. But I will say this, though, Nes. The one thing about the story that it paints, it's like this. You ask, like, where are we, right? That you're writing about this and blah, blah. But think about it for a second. Essentially, you have Don King. The only difference between Don King and Al Heyman, there are two differences. One, Al Heyman has more influence over all aspects of the sport now than what Don had back then. But the other big difference, and the reason why Nes thinks the way he does, is because Al Heyman lives in the shadows, and Don King, if anything, was the polar opposite of that and chose to be as animate and outside, being seen as much as public. In some ways, he craved that fame and that exposure and that attention, and Al Heyman is the absolute opposite. So that's why I think all this background is vital, is because, at the end of the day, we have essentially one of the most key figures in boxing and maybe all of sports. Al Heyman is to boxing what like 5 different people are to baseball or football, and you know what I mean? So it's all wrapped into one. He is the most crucial figure. He is the president, essentially, with unlimited powers, it seems, at times.
Well, from what I know, it's going to take a lot more reading, obviously, and time to prepare a whole conversation on that show.
Yeah.
And it should be, I heard he's naming sources this time, unlike the Mayweather story. He's actually has people on the record. So we'll see as it comes out. It is like a 4-part story, so all
Is it 4 or 5?
Where is that story?
It's a ridiculously long story, and that's the point. Like, so for everyone saying, oh, they didn't even talk about it, let the shit finish coming out. Can the author finish it?
And it was Andre Ward's week. Listen, we can do a show on it. I have no problems. Y'all want to do it Tuesday? We can do it Tuesday when it all comes out, as Nes said, because it's not out yet fully.
Exactly.
But, we can digest it. We can talk about it then.
It's the same old haters, man. It's the same old bitter people that.
And to this point, Nes, you said it yourself. So far, nothing really has come out that. And listen, I haven't read all of it yet, so full disclosure. But a lot of it is similar, right?
Nothing that I said about the article. You could take with a grain of salt, because I've only heard the beginning of it. I got distracted. I have to go back and listen. I'm not picking any sides. I haven't even made
of course.
Up because I haven't heard it.
No,
I heard the beginning, which felt like a lot of source material on who Al Heyman is and how he was. Like, it was a lot of conversations with people saying, oh, Al is this way. He's really this way. He goes out his way to make sure you're happy. And that's cool, but I'm saying to myself, what the fuck am I listening to here? Like, why do I care if he makes everyone happy, or if he comes into the room and he makes sure that he said to you 100 times, thank you. Like, I mean, I want to know other stuff, not that.
That's a good point.
When I was reading it, I got a sense that this is all old news. I already knew all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what Nes said.
It's funny because a lot of people are like, yo, you heard the story? Oh my God! And it's like, when I'm reading, it's like, oh, okay, so this is just reiterated stuff that I mean, again, I'm waiting. Maybe the other parts are the parts with the quote unquote sources that are being named.
I guess he's assuming a lot of people don't know the whole story. That's why. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. Listen, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I guess we'll give you guys a little beat on the outro. Actually, let's play Georgie's, right? Georgie's is around here somewhere. Where's Georgie's? Georgie. My nigga, Georgie.
This is TB.
Get him a body bag.
Now, when you walk into the ring, the #1 heavyweight of the world, you ready?
Yo, you already know. We want you guys to continue to subscribe and like the channel. Follow us on all social medias. Follow my great co-host here at Mario Munguia, at JHabib1, at Enrique.
At TBV_casual_fan is my Twitter handle.
I was about to say Enrique_casual fan. Where am I getting that from?
And my IG is at Fight Talk.
I'm on IG too. I just can't remember what my thing is.
Yours is Mario Munguia.
Okay, Mario Munguia then.
Mario kept it simple. Mario Munguia. Not like Casual, got 10 different names. Enrique, Casual Fan, and Fight Talk.
Yeah.
Sunday. review and recap day.
Yeah, no, Sunday is actually Crow Day for all you Jason Velez
Crow
pickers
Day.
out there. Remember, Gennady Golovkin glove giveaway. What else could we got to remind you guys? I guess that's about it. On-demand services. Remember to hit that on-demand. Check that on-demand. You want these type of topics. You want this Al Heyman, this old Thomas Howard dissected. You want TBV to dissect the Thomas Howard story? Use that on-demand feature. Listen, we're going to get up out of here.
Use the Amazon link.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to get up out of here, and hopefully we'll be back Sunday.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.